Yeah. Simply ball dropping. What's up, family? K-Sap, we up. Ain't no stopping. I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve, making you haters believe I'm the MVP. Ask Mr. V and R&B, they do all sports, whether it's on the field or the court, from the arena to the ring. What? You wanna swing? I rope a dope like the one on this boxing thing. That's the punchline. I'm the greatest of all time. Got something on your mind? Hit us up on the line for that round table talk. Ask B Hunt and Sheena and K-Sap too for their views on our dudes. Marriage Chronicles for you lovers. Oh, I'm married to the game. The championships, the only time I wanna ring. K-Sap, the man behind the mic, check 1, 2. It ain't a rap until I say it's a rap. Just fall through, pull up, the hottest pod smoking. Yeah, I got you open. This freestyle brought to you by James Ford. Pay promotion, yeah. Simply ball dropping. You know what time it is. Pull up, chop it up with your family, man. K-Sap, what up?
And now, your host of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the man behind the mic, K-Sap.
What we talking about? What's up, K-Sap? Yeah. James Ford, that's me. Let's get it.
Make sure y'all want to come in the stream, man. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Let's run these likes up. I see y'all in the building. I see you, Ted. I see you, Jessica. I see you, T. Carmelo. I see you, Reddit Milky Way. I see you, Brogad. I see you, MR, always supporting the channel. I see you, Coach Q. I see you, Brooklyn. I see you, Mo3. Brogad. I see y'all in the building. Make sure y'all share the stream out, man. Make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up before y'all come in the building, man.
We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic. I'm simply ball dropping. I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply ball dropping.
Yes. You know who it is. It's your favorite host, K-Sap, the man behind the mic of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, man. I see y'all in the building, man. You know, guys, I wasn't going to go live tonight because the ladies all had prior engagement. So that's why, in the last live, I said I wasn't going to go live. But now I said I got to cue this one up. Ladies or not, I got to cue this one up. I got something I need to say, man. And y'all ain't going to like what I got to say, man. Y'all going to think I'm delusional for saying what I'm about to say, man. But, yeah, that was a great game, man. That was a great game. I see you, Daily Dose of T in here. I see you in here. I see you, Double R. I see you, Tony. I see you, Political. I see all the family in the building. I see you, ADP Art Creations. I see you up in there. I see you, Lee Jefferson. I see you, Keywan. I see you, Brandon, 1050. I see you, Andrew the GOAT. I see y'all up in here. Donna Cox, I see you in here. I appreciate you, Donna Cox. Shout out to Donna Cox for the $5 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
Come on, bro, Gad. Don't jump to conclusions, man, on one game, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. Don't hedge your bet, man. Stand on business, man. Don't be flipper. Don't be flipper now. Stop that. Don't be flipper. Stand on business, man. That's what gets you in trouble all the time, man. You got to stand on business, man. Hey, that was a hell of a game tonight, man. New York came out, and they came out like gangbusters. I see you, Alyssa B. I see you, Toro. They came out like gangbusters. Like I've always say, man, when you get up that much in a game, man, and you take your foot off the gas, that's what happens. In the fourth quarter, with 4 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, they was trying to set on the clock. They was trying instead of running your offense and kept on moving the ball the way y'all was doing, every time Minnesota made a run, y'all would move the ball and y'all would get a good shot. Y'all stop doing that. Y'all try to hold and dribble that. Y'all try to dribble that clock out. New York tried to dribble the clock out and it cost them. They try to dribble the clock out, and it cost them. All right, MR said Reeves wasn't the coach of the year for nothing, man. Hey, I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. Tim, what's up, man? Shout out, man. Shout out from see all this little stuff, people coming in here. I told you this was a choke. Nah, I'm going to tell you what. Hey, I'm going to say this about Breanna Stewart, man. Breanna Stewart, I don't think Breanna Stewart is what everybody thinks Breanna Stewart is, man. You go back to last year in the championship game, how she shot dismal. Man, she let Nafisha Collier just put the straps on her, put the seatbelt on her. Put the seatbelt on her. I see you, Jasmine. Stewie choked, man. This is 2 years in a row that Stewie, like, I don't know what's going on with Stewie. You know, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying? I hear you, Jay Burns, but questionable calls down the stretch. Jonquel Jones got butchered by Nafisha Collier where she had her wrapped up. That should have been a foul, but they called out of bounds. But we're not putting the excuses on the refs. We're not putting the excuses on the refs. We're not doing that. This is what I'm talking about. Stewie choked, and that's just the bottom line. If I'm New York, I would not go to Stewie. I would let Stewie get her offense through just getting her offense. I wouldn't run no plays through Stewie. If Stewie's not making that mid-range shot, man, I don't know what else Stewie gonna give you, man. I'm telling you, man. Nah, Sabrina didn't choke. I don't think Sabrina choked. Sabrina was up in there. That was a bad foul, man. That was a bad foul. But hey, I'm telling you, Stewie. The more and more I looked at Stewie tonight, I'm like, man, she got to bring it, man. She let Nafisha Collier just dominate her. And like I told y'all in the first half, I told y'all about Jonquel Jones, man. Jonquel Jones' laziness to try to come out of the paint to contest them threes, that hurt. That's how Minnesota got back in the game. And then on that late play when Courtney Williams blew by, I tell y'all about them bigs. They slow to get back on the hedge. They slow-footed. Yeah, Jonquel Jones saved them, but defensively, she don't want to come out of that paint and contest them shots, man. But like I always say, man, I ain't gonna throw my rock and hide my hand. Y'all know I'm here. Y'all know I'm in the building, man. So that's what I'm saying, man. That was a good game, man. It's game one, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's the best out of 5. But we got some good news from the WNBA, though. What I tell y'all the other day, I would like to see the WNBA in the finals go to a 7-game series. We got that news. Jonquel Jones don't want to come out of that paint, man. They just choke, man. That's the bottom line. I got nothing else to say. I'm looking at Stewie. I'm looking at Stewie side-eyed. You an 83% foul free throw shooter, and you go to the line. You go to the line with the game on the line, and you choked. Appreciate you, Paper Sack Brown, for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
It said, hey, salute KSAP, let's cause confusion. That's what you want to do?
They only here to cause confusion.
Y'all crazy. Pro Talk, man. Hey, Pro Talk. Never thought Stewie would choke twice. Yeah, Stewie choked, man. Hey, this is all it is, man. Stewart choked. Man Down Sports, man. Appreciate you, Mel, for tuning in, man. That game was amazing, man. But I'm looking at Breanna Stewart side-eyed, man. I'm looking at her side-eyed. I can't believe Breanna Stewart choked twice. She had a good look at the end on the layup and butchered that. Like, that was a great game, man. Yeah, that was a bad foul. That you don't foul the 3-point shooter. You don't foul the 3-point shooter, man. If the 3-point shooter hits that shot at the end of the game, you just tip your cap. Man. But I'm telling you, man, down the stretch, because down the stretch, man, Sabrina was trying to get the ball into Stewie. Stewie ain't have nothing going. I'm not, y'all, nope. Y'all can say what y'all want about the whole Liberty team choke. I'm putting this on Breanna Stewart, man. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah, Collier shut her down. She locked her down. Put her in the torture chamber. Say so you can win some money, Mel. Yeah, you know, a lot of these bookies out there, they trying to capitalize, man. Yeah, she locked up. Nah, man. See, y'all can't deflect, man. Y'all got to. Stewie had opportunity to win this game twice, man. So how you gonna put it on Sabrina? Courtney Williams, man, she balled out. Even when she came out of the timeout when they was down. But I'm gonna tell you, when it was tied up, New York had one timeout, and when Stewie got that block on Courtney Williams, they should have challenged that. The ball went off of Courtney Williams' hand. They missed the challenge on that. See, that's when your coaching staff got to be aware in situations like that. Yeah, I don't usually agree with Bro Gad. What you say? I usually don't agree with Bro Gad. But Stewie and I'm not in the set. But see, y'all want to put it on both players. I got to put that. I'm putting it on Stewie, but I'm tipping my cap for Minnesota. The way they fought the whole game. They never was out of it. Just like Courtney Williams said, this is a game of runs. You know, they threw the first punch. They withstood it. They made their own run. Somebody says Sabrina is not. That's just my prediction, King Pisces. That was my prediction. Just, you know, I thought New York would win the series, and I still think New York is going to win. I'm not going to overreact to game one, but that is a heartbreaking loss. I'm not going to overreact. Yeah, this is on Stewie. Thank you, Mark, Coach Marcus. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, man. If you look at it, she had in the opportunity, the way the game went, she had a chance to ice it twice, and she choked. Works World, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate everybody's support. Yeah, I appreciate everybody's support, man. Let's get these super chats rolling, man. If you really support the channel, let's get these super chats rolling. Let's go. Yeah. Sabrina just, had an off second half, man. She had an off second half, man, but Stewie had a chance to ice the game twice, man. And you had the ball and potentially one of your best players, and she just came up short. Somebody says she's a liability on defense, man. I ain't going to say she's a liability on defense, man. Yeah. Shout out to my man MR for always supporting the channel. Always supporting the channel with the $3 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
Hate to say it, but yeah, it's on Stewie tonight. Yeah. Shout out to Brian Allen Hines for the $5 super chat.
Here comes the money.
They said, could Sandy Brundella be another coach to be let go of New York? It's a possibility. It's a possibility, Brian. Tim Johnson, you got to give. I gave Fee her credit. I don't know if you just came into the stream, Tim, but I said Fee had her strapped up, had her in the seatbelt, had her in the torture chamber, did everything that she wanted. And I mean, you tip your cap to Fee, but at the same time, Breanna Stewart, she got to show me a little bit more, man. She got to show me a little bit more, because what she showed me tonight, I don't know, man. If she plays like that in the rest of the series, I don't know. Nah, we ain't gonna put it on the refs. I mean, the refs, Fee was hitting some contested shots, man. Fee was, especially that late one on Jacquel Jones. Jacquel Jones played her perfect. And she just shot up over top of her and the ball went in. Just like Courtney Williams, man. She shot a high arcer over Sabrina, to tie the game to get fouled. Shout out to my man Tony G for the $2 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
Makari 45, Williams went. Yeah, Courtney Williams went off. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. But if you're an offensive talent like Breanna Stewart, I don't care who the defensive player is. I don't care. You got to show me a little more. She did not show me nothing. Breonna Stewart, every time she got the ball, she tried to dribble left. And then she wants that little pull-up shot. She wants that pull-up shot. Double R said Collier, Williams, and McBride. Yeah, Williams took that game over. She took that game over. With the defense that Fee had and what Courtney Williams was doing, Courtney Williams took that game over. Courtney Williams had 23, guys. She had 23 points, man. She was 9 of 18 from the field, 2 of 6 from three-point range, hit the biggest shot of the game. And then Sabrina Fowler, for the 4-point play. So, I mean, it's like, and then Stewie, she gets fouled. I thought Stewie got fouled on the possession before. Then she gets fouled and she goes to the foul line. She choked. She's an 83% free throw shooter and she choked. That's the difference in the game, man. We be talking something different. Even though Breonna Stewart had 18 points, man, she shot 6 of 21 from the field. Jacquel Jones, man, she was, like I told y'all in the live the other day, Jacquel Jones is the difference maker. She had 24 and 10. Normally when she has a double-double, New York wins. Phoebich, man, she hit some big shots every time Minnesota went on a run. Phoebich was hitting them threes. Sabrina, early in the game, she was aggressive. She was shooting. She was a high volume, so she ended up shooting 8 for 26. She had 19. But this game came down to Minnesota's defense, man. They rated #1 defense in the team for a reason, man, because they know how to strap you down. And the Fisher Collier, man, she put the straps on. Shout out to KSAP Square, my wife, for the $10 super sticker.
Here comes the money.
Yeah, she put the straps on. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we always say it, Jay Burns, and they don't want to pay attention to us. Defense wins games. Offense sells tickets. Offense sells tickets, man. Offense sells tickets. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Appreciate you, Jay Burns. Yeah, that's the wife. She tuned in. Yeah, that's KSAP Square. They call me KSAP. They call her KSAP Square because we got the same initials. Profan Talk said, whose account does that go into? Now, see, you trying to cause confusion.
They only here to cause confusion.
See, I see what you're doing, Coach Marcus. You trying to cause confusion. Yeah. But, man, let me drop this link, man. I know y'all want to come up, man. I know y'all want to get the cooking. So, man, let me go and drop this link real quick. I'm gonna let y'all cook tonight, man. I'm going to let y'all cook tonight. I know y'all got a lot to say. But Coach Marcus, man, you causing confusion.
They only here to cause confusion.
You causing confusion tonight. I wish Chicago, yeah. That was a good game. Lady K-Sap, yeah, she came in the building. ADP Art Creation, yeah. No confusion, bro. I know how that works. Respect to the missus. Now, I know how it is, man. Yeah. Now the Lynks got out. They got out. Lynks didn't get lucky. Nah, I ain't gonna say they got lucky, but they won the game, man. Gotta just respect it, man. Gotta respect it. Got Brooklyn up in here. We got Tim up in here. We got Jay Burns in here. We got Mo3, man. What's going on, fellas?
What up? What's going on?
Everybody, can everybody hear each other?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, Brooklyn, since you was first, man, what you got, man?
It's gonna be a good series, man. I mean, I thought New York had it, I actually stopped watching, so I was surprised when I saw the final score. I was like, "Wait a minute, the Lynx won?" I said, "The Lynx won."
Man, that thing had its ebb and flows, man. Had its ups and downs, man. Because New York came out like gangbusters. Like,
I thought it was over. I saw the beginning of the game. New York was up by like, and in fact, the beginning was close, but New York ended up taking the lead.
Yeah,
by like 15. So I'm like, okay, New York got this. And then I look back and I'm like, oh, Connecticut. The Lynx coming back. But I still thought it was over. I'm like, I wasn't. Next thing I know, I looked at the final score. I was like, wait a minute. It's crazy, but it's gonna be a good series. These are two good teams. The funny thing is, this is what happened in the Commissioner's Cup, though. If you remember the Commissioner's Cup game, the Liberty was winning the whole game, and then the Lynx came back in the fourth quarter and won in the Commissioner's Cup. So it's like this deja vu for the Liberty right now.
But I think I think New York took the foot off the gas with 4 minutes. They was trying to play the clock out, and Minnesota kept coming, and they stopped moving the ball, man. They stopped getting.
They played to the end of the clock.
Yeah, Phoebus was getting open. She was getting wide open shots when they was moving the ball, and they stopped that, man. They stopped that, and then Courtney Williams, she just took off, man.
They better hope this. They better hope this not the loss to come bite them in the ass.
Oh yeah, this is the one that's gonna hurt, because if you notice when Stewie missed that free throw, boy, she was hard on herself, boy. She was down on herself, man. But I'm putting this game on Stewie. Yeah. So what you got, Coach Marcus?
Man, that was a phenomenal game.
Yeah,
phenomenal game, and I agree. I thought I was dipping and dabbing, and I had it on in another room, so I was peeking, and I thought New York had it locked up. They was playing with good tempo, good energy. The defense was there until it wasn't. Yeah, and then there was. I'm looking at the play-by-play, and it looked like in the fourth quarter, it was about 2 minutes where it wasn't nothing but a turnover fest.
Yeah, New York kept turning the ball up because they was dribbling the air out of the ball. They was trying to waste the clock, man, instead of just keeping that ball movement, man. Yeah, man. And what happened was Minnesota, they started smelling blood, so they kept coming. And then New York they tried to dribble the clock out, and they stopped the ball movement, man. Yeah. And see, when you get stagnant on offense and you start 2 seconds left on the shot clock, you can't get a shot off. Now you're turning the ball over. Sabrina has some bad turnovers.
Trying to force it, yeah.
Like I said the other night, I said Jaquel Jones is going to be the difference maker. If it wasn't for Jaquel Jones tonight, I don't know where New York would have been down the stretch.
She was balling tonight, man.
But Stewart, man, I hate to say it, man. We saw what happened to Breanna Stewart last year in the finals, how she shot dismal. She's at it again, man. So what's the excuse this time? You've been there. You've been in the finals. I mean, what's going on?
She was expecting contact on that last layup, and it messed up her shot. She had too much heat on that shot, and it bounced right on the other side of the rim. And
she had a beeline to the basket.
Like, listen, you can't have a 7'2" wingspan and miss an open layup. You just can't do that. You can't do that. So
that's heartbreaking. They gonna eat this. They gonna eat this. They right now. I don't even know how New York feels, but the energy that Minnesota played with the whole game, that goes to show you why they're the top-rated defenders in the league. And
what had to be quiet.
Nafisha Collier, she hit some tough. She hit contested shots all night because Jaquel Jones was playing her perfect. Yes, and she was getting that shot just over top of her.
Listen, K-Stop, you letting Nafisa tell it. Nafisa trying to win in 3.
I mean, hey, she got to do what she got to do. I'm not mad at her, but
speaking about that, I don't know if y'all heard the news. The finals going to best of 7.
Oh yeah, we talked about that before you jumped in the stream. That's the first thing I said.
In the first
2025. Yep.
Yeah, in the first round going to be one at home, and then one of the other teams home, and then back to the other team.
And it's confirmed about the Valkyrie got the 5th pick.
Yeah.
Oh, what you call it left is coaching the Valkyrie now too.
What's the girl from the Aces left?
From the Aces, the Asian lady.
Yeah.
They doing big moves over there in Golden State. Yeah, making smart moves.
Yeah. All right, Tim. I see you in here, man. Tim, you shaking your head, man. Go ahead and get off, Tim. We're gonna let you get off tonight.
Yeah, what's going on, K-Sap? What's going on to the panel? Everybody in the chat, man. Greetings from Germany. It's like what 5 a.m. over here, so. I watched the whole game, man. And, hey, man, listen, great victory for Minnesota. I picked Minnesota to win in 5. New York, man, listen, New York had it. They came out aggressive. They hit him in the mouth. They scored 32 points in the first quarter, but they did take their foot off the gas. Jonquel, she played a good game. K-Sap, Breanna Stewart, listen. I'm gonna give Fee, man. Listen, Fee.
I'm giving Fee all the credit. I'm giving her the credit.
Hold on, K-Sap. Hold on. She's 6 foot. I didn't even know she was 6'1" because she looks like she plays taller than her.
Yeah, not 6'1".
She's 6'1", man. She's 6'1", and there was a couple times. Yeah, there was a couple times she was even down there guard John Quayle in
Hold
the
on,
paint.
once, Tim.
So
Let me get these super chats out of the way real quick,
yeah,
man. Shout out to
yeah.
Bro Claude, man, for the $2 super chat.
Here comes the money.
He said, "Who want to talk about the big man?" Let me get this other one. Shout out to Brian Allen Hines for the $2 super
Here
chat.
comes the money.
Said Breonna Stewart choke. Period. I agree. Shout out to MR for the $10 super chat.
Here comes the money.
Said I'm rooting for the Liberty, but I think Reeves is going to coach her team to the title again. Yeah, she's an excellent coach, man.
Yeah.
All right, now go ahead, finish up, Tim.
Yeah, I was saying I was really impressed with Fee, man, because she was down on the block with Jaquel. She did her thing on Bree. She had Breonna Stewart kind of flustered because
Exactly.
like from the early set, she was she was on one. She was playing Breonna Stewart real tight. And I think her length really caused Breonna. She was hesitant a little bit. But then, like I said, McBride, she played like the number 2 option tonight.
Hold up, Tim. I'm not gonna give you that. I'm gonna tell you, McBride started shooting shots, and you gotta say they was hero shots to get you in the game. And if you didn't make them, it didn't matter because you was getting blown out anyway. And that's the shots that she was taking them. She wasn't taking them in the midst of the offense. She was taking them shots because the team was down, and she just tried to get them up. So I'm not gonna. I can't give you that one.
But hold on, K-Sap. While they were down, it was some of her scoring that was kind of like breaking that big lead down because Bridget Carlton gave them nothing tonight. She gave them nothing. Alana Smith, she gave them really nothing tonight. It was Nafisa, Courtney Williams, and McBride.
No, the little point guard, the left-hand point guard, Heidemann. Heidemann
gave you 10.
Yeah,
Heidemann gave you 10.
Yeah, Heidemann hit some big buckets, man.
She did. But I'm saying she came off the bench and she was giving them that production. But I'm saying they really needed some scoring from their big 3, or should I say from their starters, which came from Fee, Courtney Williams, and McBride, because Carlton, she really didn't give them too much, and Alana Smith didn't give them too much. But overall, Minnesota, I was happy with the win. Saying New York just took their foot off the gas. Yep. Sabrina, K-Sap, I got to disagree with you. She's accountable too, because at one stretch, her shot wasn't falling and she kept jacking them up instead of her going to the rim, or instead of her trying to feed John Quayle or be more of a distributor. She was kind of jacking up a lot of shots tonight when her shot wasn't really falling. So some of it goes on her too. But overall, Minnesota did what they had to do to get the victory. So it is what it is.
But what I'm saying with Breonna Stewart, every time she gets the ball, she puts it on, she wants to go left. She wants to go left and get to that middle so she can pull up. I don't never see her going right to go baseline. To me, she looked like Jay Burns said about Sabrina that one game. She looked timid. I just thought Breonna Stewart looked timid tonight. Now, if you go back and look at the finals that they played last year, she was abysmal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like she's a high volume shooter to get hers, but she shot 6 of 21, man. Y'all do the math on that. I ain't got time to do the math on that. She was terrible. They went away from Jaquel Jones. Jaquel Jones had the mismatch down in the paint. They should have kept on feeding the Loch Ness Monster, but they tried to run the clock out, and it came back and bit them in the ass.
Yeah. Lainey Hamilton did nothing for you tonight.
Exactly.
5 points.
Exactly.
And I tell you what, they done figured out Jonquel, because Jonquel does that thing where when she gets the ball, you can even see in her shot, when she gets the ball, she brings the ball all the way around.
Yes.
And they attack the ball when she's got it low, and it's like, baby, keep that ball up in the air. They can't mess with you.
Yep. Because if you notice, sometimes when they was going to, because like Coach Marcus, sometimes they was going into the paint to her, and like you said, she would get it, but she would have to bring it all the way around, and they would collapse on her. It was one time she had the mismatch, even though New York hit the shot because she kicked it out to the corner, and I think Phoebich hit a 3, or Lainey Hamilton hit the 3. But she should have just went up. But it takes her a while to to get the motion. Yeah, she got that Bill Cartwright wind up.
You know what? All them girls is like 6'7", 6'8", and 6'9". The only person that I've seen that utilizes a baby hook is is Brittany Griner.
Yeah, well,
and I'm like, all of them should be having some type of baby hook. They don't do it. They do not do it at all.
Yeah. But man, Minnesota, they got what they wanted. They got game one. Now the pressure is solely on New York, man. New York feel bad right now. I don't know how they're gonna sleep.
They are too.
But let me hear what you got to say, Jay.
Nah, so look, I ain't gonna lie. I was about to turn the game off in that fourth quarter because I was like, it's over. If this was any other,
they went
team
up 15.
If this was any team other than Minnesota, I would have turned it off. But something told me like, nah, just keep watching. And then when I seen Minnesota creeping back, I said, yeah, they about to come back. And real quick though, I know everybody want to give John Quell her props, but late in the fourth, she had about like 3 or 4 bad turnovers. Like she was making bad passes. And the Lynx was just getting them and running and getting the easy shots. And that kind of hurt the New York Liberty too. And like you said, K-Sap, Brianna Stewart looked timid tonight. I think it was all in the feast of Collier. I think that she showed tonight while she won Defensive Player of the Year all night. Like she was making it hard for everybody. Nobody could get an easy shot on her. She was just putting her hands in everybody's face and they was just chucking shots up. And Sabrina, like I know last time I got on Sabrina, but tonight, I feel like she hit the clutch floater. And at that point in time, it was up to Stewie. And Stewie dropped the ball. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Stewie got to make that layup.
She got to make the free throw. We wouldn't be talking about this.
You got to make that free throw. But I ain't even going to get into that because if that's the case, the ball should have been Minnesota ball because it went over her foot. But
should have challenged that.
Yeah, they should. No.
Hold on. Stop right there.
Then hold on, real quick though. The announcer said that Minnesota couldn't challenge it because they didn't have a full timeout. And they only had a reset.
You talking about the one that went off in the off of what's her name's foot, Breonna Stewart's foot?
Yeah. They said
they should have challenged that, but
they said they couldn't because Minnesota didn't have a full timeout. They only had a reset, so they said they couldn't challenge it because of that. But
then you go down to the other end when Jacquell stole the ball and got the layup, and they came down and Courtney Williams drove and Breonna Stewart blocked the shot. The ball went off of Courtney Williams' hand. They should have challenged that.
Yeah, I think that was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's the one they should have challenged. They had a timeout to challenge that.
And then too, my bad. Go ahead. My bad.
And then the ref gave them. I don't think they called that timeout before the ball was inbounded. I think the timeout was called when the ball was in play. Because if you call a timeout while the ball is in play, you can't advance the ball.
Correct.
So they gave them that one. But before that, they should have challenged it because the ball went off of Courtney Williams' hand when Breonna Stewart blocked it. And the crowd was telling them to challenge it.
That's a fact. But I also want to say too, when Sabrina's fouled Courtney Williams on that 3,
terrible foul.
I seen the whole New York's faces. They were deflated after that. I seen them losing right then and there. Everybody just looked lost, like, oh my God, I can't believe what happened. They went into that timeout, like everybody just looked sad. And I said, they about to lose. Right.
But you heard what the announcer said. They was frustrated. They was frustrated, man. It like that game right there, man. That game might have. Man, I hope it hasn't, but that might have sucked the life out of New York.
They said they put the image up. They said every team that
the graphic, they put them graphics up.
Has won the finals, and I'm like, I don't know New York because New York basketball teams know how it feels. They know what's coming. I'm sorry, they know what's coming.
And Spike Lee was leading the charge, man. He was excited, man, and now you get the Reggie Miller choke. You know what I'm saying? So. Hey, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. Mo3, man. Let me get you in here, man. I don't want you to be hiding, man. I want you to come out and say what you got to say, man.
I'm just listening, waiting my turn, man.
Nah, it's your time to shine, bro.
Hey, man. I want to set the record straight. That was not a 15-point comeback. That was an 18-point comeback.
Okay, well, whatever it is, it was a comeback.
And they lost the game. And for all the people saying Sabrina choked, nope. The only
that wasn't Sabrina, it was Stewie.
The only person that choked, only person that you could say choked was Stewie, because that was a free throw to win the game, and she bricked it. And she's an 83% free throw shooter.
She choked twice tonight.
83.
Yes, 83% free throw shooter, and she bricked it, the free throw, to win the game. That's a choke job. If somebody playing good D on you and you take a shot and you miss it, that's not really a choke. you just hey, sometimes it goes in. It's good defense.
I was
Why it got
saying
to be a
that, man.
choke? But on the free throw line, there's no defense. You choke.
Exactly.
That's a choke right there. So K-Sap is right. That's Brianna is the only one that choked.
I
And that's
came
when you
on
can
here
get-
and said when I started the show, I'm gonna say some things about Stewie that y'all might not like, and y'all might call me delusional.
Keep
And
it
I had to
100.
get that out the way, man.
Keep it 100.
And I want to
Exactly.
say another thing too for all the people in the chat talking about the refs was cheating for Minnesota. They was cheating for New York.
Facts.
It was four questionable calls in the fourth quarter, and 3 of those went against the Minnesota. The one where Stewie right in front of the ref, you could clearly see she kicked it out, but they called that a jump ball, which
Well, I
made
mean,
no sense.
we understand that. I mean,
Okay,
that you get
then
caught up in the heat of the moment on that with the refs. They didn't know what to call, so I'm not going to call that a case of cheating or trying to help.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. There's 2 more though. That's what I'm saying. There's
what is it?
multiple infractions.
Okay.
There's the one with the Jackwell Jones and Fee down below. That was a Jackwell Jones foul.
No, it wasn't. That was Nafisha Kaya foul. I was
Nah,
going to bring that up.
John Cole had a hook.
He had her
They,
hand
but
straight
no,
up.
listen.
He
Okay,
had her hand
but watch
straight up,
this. Watch
and then
this. Watch
Jackwell
this.
reached back.
Okay,
She
okay.
reached
Watch
back,
this. I'm
grabbed
gonna let
her
you
and hooked
continue.
both her arms, bro. She tried to put her in the torture rack.
I'm gonna
What
let
are
you
talking
continue.
about?
Okay, so when the arms got detangled, if y'all called it, if that was on Jackwell Jones, but like the ref said, like the announcer said, when Jackwell Jones went up to shoot the ball, Nafisha Kyers still had her hook, so it could have been a foul. That could have been a foul that way.
That was Jones.
I disagree with that.
Nah, K-Sap, the announcer said that should have been a foul on
Jones
John
hooked
Butler.
and held the arm. That's why even the announcer was like, "Oh,
I
even with
disagree
Jackwell
with
holding
that.
the arm,
Okay,
he still
well,
blocked
listen.
the shot."
Okay, so you say that the refs helping them out, but that didn't benefit to nothing. That didn't benefit to nothing.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that because people were saying it was the other way around. But when I'm watching the game, I saw I saw 4 questionable calls.
Okay, they was bad both ways in the fourth quarter.
And only one was against Minnesota. I mean against New York with the Brianna
but watch
block.
this. Watch
Well, I
this.
mean with the Stewie block, I was like, okay, yeah, that should have been New York ball. But that was the only one. The other 3, that was the game should have been over.
But the fact that we bring in the refs, the fact that we bring in the refs in that is just minimizing what Minnesota doing. So we're gonna leave the refs out of tonight. Minnesota came back and snatched New York's heart out.
I just wanted to take that excuse away from the people trying to use that excuse.
I don't think nobody's using that as an excuse there,
They were saying that in the chat earlier.
Oh, I must have missed that. I don't think nobody said anything about the refs gave them the game.
The refs that ain't the refs. We ain't gonna blame the refs. They put the D on them. They went on what they went on like a 18-2 run or something.
I put that on New York. I put that on New York, man. They stopped playing, man. They stopped playing because Minnesota was using that same defense every time they was cutting the lead, and New York went back up. All they were doing was moving the ball, getting wide open shots. They stopped that with 4 minutes. They thought they could set on the lead and run the clock out. Even the announcer said that. A 18-3 run at the end of the game is unacceptable. And you tell me you can't get a bucket and you've been successful every time that Minnesota cut that lead to 5 and 4. Phoebich hitting a wide open 3. Enescu getting to the basket on a floater on a layup, and you stop that? Come on, man. They collapsed. They collapsed.
Was the one with the hot hand.
Yeah, because every time Collier had like 3 blocks down.
Stop going to Stewart, man. Stop going to Stewart, man.
I don't know why they kept doing that. Like she can't handle Fee. Fee was
stop going to Stewart, man. They better change some things up. They better stop going to Stewart.
Straight jacket, like she was not getting that off.
She didn't dominate her. She didn't dominate her match, man. Fee got the best of her both sides, offensively and defensively, man. That's just the bottom line.
The crazy thing is, too, Fee didn't even have that good of a shooting night too, and she was still.
But she hit some big shots, man. She hit the big shots, man.
She still shot over 50% though.
Yeah.
Imagine if she started shooting 30 or 20 and 30. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a problem for New York. Like,
all right, what you got, Lakeisha? I know you want to get in here. What you got?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I will say I watched the game from start to finish because I figured them having that back to back, coming off that Sun game and coming straight to that game. I figured the first and second quarter was gonna be a little iffy, and it was for Minnesota. But I would say for me, I remember we was on this panel talking, and we was talking about who was gonna be the X factor. And I think the other guy said he thought it was gonna be McBride.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking it was gonna be like Courtney Williams impresses me, and Coach Reeves. I seen Coach Reeves throw everything at Jonquel Jones. So she was throwing players all over the place. But New York is gonna really. This is an epic collapse only because they were supposed to win that game. They were the most rested team, but Nafisa Collier, she had Brianna Stewart in a seatbelt, and she had a frustration when she let her out the seatbelt. She had a frustration. She was still in her mind even when she unclipped the seatbelt.
Even when she had a free shot, she was still in her head. Yep.
She was still in her head. So that fourth quarter, Courtney Williams has this innate ability that for some reason, when she takes over the game, that team gets energized.
Courtney Williams been there before. She's been there before.
When she makes the right plays and makes those big shots, it's like the rest of them get this burst of energy. Even though Nafisa was ready from start to finish.
Oh, yeah.
She came from first quarter to fourth quarter. The role players is the ones that needed to come along with her.
Yep.
But Courtney came in the fourth quarter, and then Stewart choked that free throw.
You saw the look on her face when she missed that free throw.
But to me, we shouldn't even got to the free throw because I think the play before it, I want to say it was out on Stewart. They did some kind of jump ball thing. So
no, that happened afterward. I think that happened after.
That happened right before. Yeah, it was right before.
Yeah. It was right before. I didn't even.
But that's what I'm saying. Them calls like that,
it was. So
I can't put it on the ref like that, man. They difficult calls and you don't have, and you didn't have a challenge to challenge it. So I mean, that's a hard call to make, man.
But K said they reviewed it though. They watched it. Like they went to the scoring board and they watched how
and they
Stewart
she
didn't even have a hand on the ball. It was feet hitting the ball and it hit
off of Stewie's foot, and then
it shouldn't even been a jump ball.
But then the jump ball, I think Courtney Williams, I think she shouldn't have did what she did to check out the defensive assignment. I think she should have let the jump ball play out because now you're running time off. Now we probably wouldn't have been in that situation for Stewie to get fouled. I don't know what I don't know what Cheryl Reeves was thinking on that. That was bad.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, why? Because if they let the jump ball run out,
exactly, because it was like
Stewie wouldn't that 1 second
she would have never got.
She wouldn't have had that.
I think they was worried about the three. They was worried about the three. They didn't want.
But it was no guarantee who was going to get the jump ball though.
I know, but they couldn't set their defense how they wanted to. That's what I think. They couldn't.
They got away with it. So I mean, shit, they got away with it. So hey,
this the only reason why I would say, and I could be wrong. So correct me if I am. But this is the only reason why I would say Sabrina might have choked a little.
Nah, ain't no little. She choked. Don't say a little. Just keep it a buck. Keep it a buck now. Come on. We've been on here. Hey, hold up, Lakeisha. We've been on here giving all these star players, we've been giving them praise. And when they do something bad, we got to cook them. Just like we did Asia Wilson, we got to do Stewie the same way. So we got to keep that same energy. We can't let her off the hook.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Sabrina now.
Well, both of them. We can't let them off the hook.
Wasn't she the one that fouled Courtney Williams?
Yeah, bad foul.
Shot?
Terrible foul.
That's choking.
That's when your legs are tired. That's them fouls that I'm talking about when that condition comes in. You don't do that. If she hits the shot, you just tip her cap. Mm-hmm. If she hits the shot, just tip your cap. But why would you even close out on a 3-point shooter like that? Just put your hands up. Mm-hmm. Just put your hands up.
She panicked. Yeah,
ain't no reason to panic. If she hits the shot, we go into overtime. You shouldn't put her in a situation where she hits the shot and goes to the foul line and puts them up one. Now your team is stressing. Mm-hmm. Now you're Tommy butt cheeks. Now you're tight.
But
you see what I'm saying?
If she didn't foul and Stewie gets that them free throws, they'd have been up one. They'd have won.
Exactly.
They'd have won it. That's why I say they both choked, in my opinion. Stewie and Sabrina, because they've been here before. You can't keep making mistakes. You can't make mistakes like that.
Shout out to Showtime.
Here before.
Yeah, man. I mean, Lakeisha, man, I'm like you. I came on here and I said, I'm still standing on business. I still got New York, but that was an epic choke job. And like I said, I've seen teams collapse and get their heart taken right out of them, and they can't come back from it. I just hope New York, being in the finals that they was last year, I hope they learn from this and they can regroup. But I got to say this, man, and I'm just going to keep it a buck, man. I know Breanna Stewart was going through a lot last year because, things have come out now that, her wife's father passed away and she was going through, a situation, her head wasn't there. That's why, she shot the way she shot. But now, hold up now. You back in the same position and you come out, you shoot 6 of 21 and then you clank the free throw, then you clank the layup. This is on Stewie, guys. It is what it is. This is on Stewie.
Hey, yo, K-Sap.
What's up?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, I'm not changing my prediction.
Don't be flippers. Stand on business.
I saw something tonight, and I realized New York has a huge problem. Someone said something that I completely disagree with, and I had to point it out. They said that Betnijah Laney Hamilton gave New York nothing because she only scored 5 points.
She hit a big three. She hit a big three, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the point is, Betnijah Laney Hamilton has been on limited minutes the entire playoffs because she's now coming back from knee surgery. She is by far their best perimeter defender. And if you go look back, New York was running up the scoreboard when she was on the floor. She doesn't need to score to impact the game because she's actually an underrated passer and she's a great defender. She keeps the ball moving. The ball never sticks when she's on the floor. So what I saw, everybody mentioned, about Sab shooting them out the game, Stewie choking, some crucial turnovers by John Kyle. Obviously, Courtney Williams had a great game.
Tell him, Coach Marcus, they choked.
Showed up. Cheryl Reeve did her big one with the adjustments. But one of the biggest adjustments, you realize that Betnijah came off the floor, right? And they had, at one point, Leonie Fibich guarding Courtney Williams coming up the floor. And when they would switch, Stewie would be the one. So Courtney Williams could not get any kind of space whatsoever. Betnijah was locking down Matt Bright. She was shutting down Matt Bright. When Betnijah was off the floor, Matt Bright got loose and just started hitting 3 after 3 after 3, getting out in transition. And that was when they started to eat into the lead. And at that point, then, it was towards the end that Courtney Williams was taking over. And if you are Sandy Brondello, what you're going to do, the adjustment you're going to make is you're going to put Betnijah Laney Hamilton on Courtney Williams. But they couldn't because Betnijah Laney Hamilton is on limited minutes. I don't think she played the whole of the overtime. And now that I'm looking at it, that's a big problem. That is a big problem for New York. If she can't play, that's an adjustment that New York does not have because she's their best perimeter defender.
Got you.
So that's all I wanted to say. That's a big problem. I didn't think about that before, but I think that's a game changer for me. If she can't play longer than 25 minutes, New York is going to be in trouble.
Hey, you absolutely right on that one because both of them, Kayla McBride and Nija, they both had the 2 highest plus minus in the game, and Kayla McBride only had the higher one because
Coach Marcus, you cutting up, ain't you?
Limited time that she had to play.
Yeah, bro. That's a problem.
Who decides how many minutes on a restricted minutes they play?
I think that's the whole coaching staff.
So she could play more.
Yeah, I mean it depends on some people when they in the limited minutes, man. Sometimes the coaches will give them extra minutes, but in this situation, they didn't give her extra minutes. Hey, we got Showtime up in here. What's up, Showtime?
What up, man?
How you feeling, man? Go ahead. What you got, man?
Minnesota. That's what I got to say.
That what you got to say?
Queen P. It's because he's a better
Clean feet.
like me.
Hold up, homie. What you on?
What up, boy?
Yeah.
Hey, you already know. You already know, Kilfo.
Yeah.
My
So
boy,
what
I
you
see
what
that,
you
man.
think? What
What's up,
did you
brother?
think about tonight's game, man? What did you think?
I'm not surprised. I picked Minnesota.
Okay.
You know why? Because Minnesota. It's simple, huh? Minnesota got feet. Other team don't. As good as Stu is, she can't do what Fifi do, man, on the basketball court. Let's just
she
be
can't.
honest. And I told everybody, look, bro. Minnesota a bad matchup for the Liberty, man. Don't be fooled just by the regular season. You watch all of them games, including the Commissioner Cup. And the Commissioner Cup, that convinced me right there. When I watched that game, I said they can't handle their versatility, bro. Their versatility, the fact that they can switch. See, Liberty be trying to take advantage of other team weaknesses on defense. That's what they kept doing to Plum. They kept switching, getting Sabrina Nesco on the weakest defender, and she was cooking Plum and all them other girls on Vegas. Can't do that on Minnesota. Minnesota different breed. Everybody on their team defend.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got more size and all that, but when Minnesota up the ante on defense, New York ain't gonna do nothing with them. By the way, they're gonna get. By the way, speed kills, homie. Like I said in my video, speed kills. You get on transition, the Liberty too slow. They ain't got no athleticism to keep up with them girls. And I heard what you said about feet. Not feet. Stewie. That's 100%. You're 100% correct, sir. Yeah, Stewie had a bad year. Even though I watched the finals. I didn't know nothing about father died.
It just came out. It just came out.
Okay, that's my condolence. But what it is now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I know
I'm
what
saying.
it is. I know what it is.
It's Nafisha Kaya. It's Nafisha Kaya.
Fifi sat in that chair on her, turned the volume down, put aside Terry confinement, closed the door. That's what it is.
See, Showtime, I'm glad you said that, man, about the defensive players. Me and Brooklyn been saying this all the time when people want to come talk about these offensively skilled people.
Nah.
But if you can't play defense and you can't rebound, you're not winning nothing. And one thing about defense, when you got somebody, like you said, can sit down in the cheer and guard you, that's a big difference, man. And Nafisha Kaya knows how to sit down in that chair, and she know how to get up on you. And that's the same thing I like about Dejanay Carrington. She know how to sit down in that chair. See, everybody else, they just defenders scrambling, switching and helping. But when you a lockdown defender and you can sit down in that chair, you play big dividends, man.
Ain't nothing more gangster than I'm a straight. She a gangster. If I can sit in that chair on you and take you away from your strength and make you go to a plan B, C, and D, and you can't get your shit off, I'm a gangster.
Exactly.
And I'm asking my team, give me the ball with the pressure, with everything on the line, and I'm gonna hit a turnaround jump shot over the biggest player on the court. Fee is a gangster.
Man, she was hitting tough shots, man. Them turnarounds she was hitting.
Don't forget about my dog, Courtney Williams. I told y'all she's the midi queen.
She's the motor.
Courtney Williams a bad woman, boy.
But but you saw when she came out, and see what I'm talking about, Breonna Stewart. When I tell you Breonna Stewart, the way I looked at her tonight, if y'all pay attention, every time she get the ball, she want to dribble left and try to get to that foul line and pull up. That stuff wasn't working tonight, man. You got to show me something different. You got to make Nafisha Kaya guard you on each possession, and you going into what she wants you to do, and you keep settling. Yeah. That was tough.
And the referee try to get him a game too. Now the ball went out on Stewart's foot.
Yeah.
That ball went on Stewart's foot, bro. They still try to give it to him. They want to call it late foul. Man, that's bogus head. I've been seeing content all. Look, how many games we cover Angel Reese get knocked upside the head. Man, they about to knock the damn eyelashes off. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
all year long. Killer Camilla Cardoso get banged around, but they went to that play right there. That little bit of contact, they gonna call a foul right there, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey, bro, y'all think they're gonna have new refs next year?
Nah, I think with the WNBA, man, the ref just gotta let them play, man. If you start the game out letting them play physical, you gotta let them. You can't wait to the waning, seconds of the game to call some tic-tac fouls. You set the tone early. If you letting them play physical, let them play physical all the way through, man.
They just gotta be consistent.
Yeah, consistent. But it's been all through the WNBA. It's not just certain games and certain players that we cheer for. It's been all through the WNBA. We done seen people get butchered. And, it is what it is, man. But tonight, Showtime, you might be right, man. You might be on to something about Minnesota, man. Minnesota might got their number, man.
Y'all ready?
I'm telling you. If they would have played Vegas, and I said it, because me and HD were talking about this. If they would have played Vegas, I'm telling you, they would have did Vegas worse than what New York did to them.
Yeah.
It's that versatility, homie.
Yeah.
Atlanta Smith. Man, the small things she do on the basketball court, man.
Don't
she
show
tough
up in the
too,
box
though.
scores. Yeah.
So it's the small stuff you don't see on the box. You got to actually watch basketball to understand Minnesota. Because you look on the paper, you'll say, "Oh, New York got Phoebes, they got Vanderbilt, and all that."
The firepower.
They got more talent, but Minnesota got that camaraderie and that chemistry.
They got them dogs, man.
Yeah, they dogs.
I also want to say too, like as a Fever fan, I seen a lot of people this year hating on Coach Reeves because of the whole, USA and Caitlin Clark thing. But to me, Coach Reeves showing her ass.
She a good coach, man.
She's showing that she's really the best coach. She's the best coach.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad you debunked that narrative right there by just saying that.
Well,
I don't like it either. But you gotta respect that game, man.
Yeah.
Y'all ready? What's up, Coach? What's up, Keisha? What's up, Tim? What's up, Showtime?
What's up?
Brother Claude was popping
with K-Sap. And K-Sap, Sister Keisha and Tim. Did you remember the last panel?
Oh, yeah.
We already gave you your props, man.
We with Minnesota.
Okay.
You with Minnesota. Yeah.
So
we with Minnesota.
So the thing is this. They in big trouble.
Yes, sir.
Big trouble. And now it came to fruition that we can all put our eyes on it with a team that did not have any rest. And
Bam!
Thursday.
Yep.
To the Cook Showtime.
Yep.
A team that came back. K-Sap, I told you when you were saying,
man, don't keep saying K-Sap. I'm standing on business. I'm still got New York. You talk to everybody else. I'm not like you. I'm not Flipper. I'm here. So keep going.
Listen, I'm 10 toes down in Chicago.
Well, hey, direct your animosity somewhere else. I'm 10 toes down. I'm not hedging my bet.
Look, I'm not coming at you.
I might flip. I'm not lying. I might flip.
With the Lynks. Now we all good.
See, now you got Bro Gab wanting to flip. See, he's Flipper. See,
Bro Gab was the only Liberty guy.
If you look at this game, bro.
Bro Gab,
I'm just saying.
Excuse me, Bro Gab, you was wrong. Excuse me. You was wrong.
I was wrong. I'm admitting that I was wrong. I'm admitting that I was wrong.
You was wrong. What I'm saying is,
no, I'm a big man. I can admit when I'm wrong, bro.
When is the last time he been right?
I don't know.
So I mean,
bro, Claude had aces beating Liberty. That's the last time I was right.
Hey, bro. I try to tell him. I said, Kim Folk, Minnesota just played the other night, Tuesday. They ain't had no time to prep from New York. New York had 3 days off. 3 days off, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So
come on, go ahead.
All I want to say is,
y'all see what Coach Marcus is doing, y'all? He causing confusion. Y'all watch his screen. He over there causing confusion. Go ahead, Claude.
Hey, Coach Marcus, they in trouble.
Okay.
They in trouble. So now all I said, the last thing I said, Big Tim, is I say all they got to do is get one. The last thing I said, the only thing they needed to do was get one in New York. The hardest crowd in there, except for the Fever. But
was they jam packed tonight? Was they jam packed in New York tonight?
17,000.
Okay, so that's another narrative we just killed. Go ahead. Keep going.
And they double the TV ratings too.
Exactly. Showtime. Don't you ain't even got to say it. We killing narratives tonight.
Yeah.
That's all.
The narrative.
Go ahead, bro.
Exactly.
I picked the Aces on the other side against the Liberty. I said, but on the other side, by
look. See how you try to flip it, Bible boy?
Boy, I got receipts. I sent them to you. I sent them to you, KSAP.
I got the recordings. Go ahead.
Now I can have communication with you. I can send them to you because I'll be watching. I'll be going over our thing because it's good for the show.
Okay.
Check it out. I said the Lynx was going to be there in the finals. Tim, do you remember that, sir?
I remember that.
What that got to do with the Aces?
So now, I believe this is what
somebody,
I said.
Somebody mic is mad loud though.
I think that might be Bro Claude got that echo feedback.
No, man, on mute.
How your mic on mute and we can hear you?
No, I got two. See, it's called a Mac. I got a Mac computer.
But every time you talk, we getting the feedback though.
I don't know who that is.
Hold on once. Hold on. All right, talk. Nah, that's you, Bro Claude.
Well, it's not me. It can't be me. I ain't got nothing else on.
All right, go continue. But somebody getting some feedback. I don't know.
So what I wanted to say is that at the end of the day.
Now that might be you, Showtime.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Yeah, I think that's you.
At the end of the day, the thing is this. When you lock down Inescu like she did, she wasn't able to get them threes off. Oh, there go to Shorty too. So the one that was
just keep talking. Keep talking. Don't let her distract you.
Okay. I was just letting her know the Big Daddy is here. Big Daddy here. So what happened tonight, when your old grandmama, when your grandmama take that, you know what I'm saying? She get you and she put you on the knee and then she take that strap out and start hitting that behind. That's what happened tonight. And we saw it happen. Stewie did the same thing. I want everybody to keep that same energy when they had it on, when they had that on Williams, on Asia Wilson. When she missed around the basket, I want them to come up here, Sister Tony and all of them, to keep the same energy because Stewie, to win the game, she choked. And that's it.
All right, Bree, what you got? I know you ready to cook.
Big Daddy, what energy are you talking about?
I said Tony, Sister Tony. Sister
Tony.
Okay,
I was making sure. But anywho, I seen you smoking, so I was like, oh, okay, Big Daddy. But anywho, the game went exactly how most people thought it would go, to be honest. It was the Liberty doing Liberty shit. Like, you talk all that shit like you had receipts with Vegas. You talk like y'all was so together. You talk as if you cohesively a unit. And we watched Sabrina go immediately into hero ball, shooting 8 for 26 was deplorable. With the defensive, the way Minnesota played her, Sabrina was better off putting the ball on the floor, running through picks, also being used as a decoy. But Sabrina wanted to prove that she can get 3.5 more threes on Minnesota. That was arrogance. That was just deplorable hoops. Sandy said John Quell in that second quarter, and for what? Like, John Quell was having a ball. Like, John Quell is a player you must let continue to cook when they're cooking. John Quell was playing both sides of the ball that first quarter. It was some very good hoops from John Quell. You sit John Quell on the bench for what? Because once you sit John Quell, she gets out of rhythm. But you keep Stewie, who was jacking up threes. You keep Sabrina in, who was jacking up threes and who was making your offense stagnant. And you keep the men and let them do what they do.
Hold on, Bree. Go back to what you just said about Stewie.
You let her jack up threes. Like Sabrina, when we seen Stewie, when Stewie was running the point forward, that's when they have their best offense for the Liberty to me. You didn't necessarily need Stewie to put up 21 fucking shots. You needed Stewie to use her size. You needed Stewie to use her athleticism. You needed Stewie to just be a focal point because you had already got Courtney Williams in foul trouble for the first quarter in, and Courtney had 2 fucking fouls, right? They bring Natisha Hardeman in, and you let Natisha Hardeman really just roam your guards, like really was doing whatever you want to do to your guards. But you have a defensive player of the year, Jalen Sherrod, on your bench. So when you knew that Laney was going down, you're not playing Sherrod or Markeisha Davis, who come from 2 defensive systems from Colorado and Ole Miss, to be your defenders that you need to lock down, to be your boxing ones that you can use to be primary defenders. You didn't get those girls ready. So you're depending on Sloot, who's damn near 40 years old. You're depending on Sabrina. Although she is better offensively, she still gives up a lot defensively. You had so many holes in your fucking shit, it looked like Swiss cheese. And then you have an 18-point lead, and you let them walk you down.
They took their foot off the gas.
Yeah,
I mean, credit to Minnesota, but
no urgency.
Yes.
No get up, no urgency to protect home court. You just let them do whatever.
Yeah.
Then you sit there and you Sandy don't make the adjustment. So when Courtney got fouled, when Courtney got blocked by Stewie, you should immediately, even though that was your last time out, you were going to win that. You were going to win that.
Exactly.
So you should have went ahead and called that, because the game would have been knotted up at 93 all.
Yeah.
So even though with that amount of time that was left on the clock, you still would have had a good chance putting yourself in double overtime.
Exactly.
But you putting yourself in position to depend on free throw shots, you putting yourself in position to have to depend on a layup is wicked business, because although Stewie was fouled on that layup attempt, you can't expect for the rest to bail you out, sister. You need to be concentrating on the finish. Yeah. So Fee, she did do good offensively, but if we keep it in the buck, everybody on here like, oh, Fee locked down. Fee should have had 6 fouls. Fee played a very good offensive thing. She did what she was supposed to do. Fouls, But Fee should have had 6 fucking fouls, if we're being honest. But she didn't get them. But you know what Fee did? Even though she knew she was in foul trouble, she still made sure that she stayed on that floor.
She played aggressive.
Yeah. She made sure she was a target on both sides of the floor for her teammates. When you seen Courtney Williams never was a 3-point shooter, right? Courtney Williams was 2 for 6. Yeah. You foul her and you get a 4-point play. And Sabrina, as a jump shooter, as a 3-point bandit, you fouled a 3-point shooter?
That was a fatigue foul right there.
That wasn't fatigue. That was
a fatigue foul, man. Them fouls like that, I call them fatigue fouls.
I don't call them fatigue fouls.
I don't know what she was doing.
She just low IQ. I don't call them fatigue. I can't.
That's my terminology for them,
man. But that's not the right term. That's
the right term for me.
No, that's clusterfuck, because you don't play horrible that you're trying to make up for what all you did because of fatigue foul. Now, if you said that for Minnesota, I get that on Minnesota. Y'all had 2 games. Y'all had 2 days to rest. It didn't benefit them though. And y'all played horrible.
Yeah, they just try to set on the clock with 4 minutes to go. Stop moving the ball. So basically, what you're saying, you would like to see that offense ran through Breanna Stewart. She needs to be the point of attack, right?
She has to be a point of attack because she has been in these positions more. Like when you putting that ball in Sabrina's hand, yes, Sabrina been to the finals that one time. This will be her second time in the finals. But when you have somebody who's a 2-time champ, who was a option 1 on Seattle, who's been an option 1 majority of their career, the most winning and hoop player that we have in this generation, I'm going to live and die by you controlling it. Just because when people say the offense run through Stewie, that does not mean she take all the shots. That means the offense go through, you have to get a touch every floor down because you make the best reads out of that shit.
Stewie,
all of those turnovers, she got to show me something. All those turnovers they had the beginning of that overtime was nasty business. Everybody knows in overtime, it's traditionally who strike first in analytics. Yeah. Who strike first
going to win the game.
In overtime is going to win the game. They went so many possessions. It was 4 turnovers back to fucking.
But Bree, you forgot to mention at the end of the 4th quarter how many turnovers did New York have? So all them turnovers, and see, when I came on here talking about turnovers, they gonna come to bite you in the butt when you get in the playoffs.
Every time.
Down in the 4th quarter, down the stretch, how many times did New York turn the ball over?
So what happened was 5 times.
Exactly. So going into overtime, start out to overtime, what did they do? Turn the ball over.
4 times straight.
Exactly.
And three of those turnovers, I know people want to say John Quayle had turnovers.
Jonquel Jones was.
But you got to be realistic with post players. You cannot dribble the air the ball in 5 minutes. You in distress when the shot clock going down and you shuffle something at my feet. A post player is going to get a turnover every motherfucking time they got to bend down. This is the problem I have with guards, because to beat Minnesota, it needed to be a post. The post is how you beat Minnesota. It's not the guards because how they space you, but it's the post players. You have an ability in the post player to dominate, and they did not do that. You depended on your guards. Who you depended on? Benaja? Benaja's knee is not healthy. Benaja can't even sit in her stands. Benaja don't even have the lift to even go up in her shot, and all that ass she carrying gonna make it even worse.
Hey, just for a point of order, timing is everything. New York Liberty scored 11 points off of turnovers to Minnesota's 4.
That's wicked. You're not gonna win.
Now you know what killed me.
No. Listen. New York scored more points off of Minnesota's turnover. Yeah,
exactly. So it's
the Liberty had 19 more possessions than Minnesota.
Just terrible execution. It's just terrible. When it ain't, and I blame Sandy too. I think a lot of people are giving Sandy grace, but Sandy is not that girl. She wasn't that girl in Phoenix. She's been getting away with having talent.
I can't blame Sandy.
I can't say.
I'm not gonna blame Sandy tonight. I'm gonna go back to what you said, Bree.
Sandy didn't miss that layup.
Exactly. I'm gonna go back to what you said, Bree.
She didn't.
I know, but I'm gonna go back to what you said, Bree, about Jonquel Jones on the bench early in the second. Shit, New York. Hey, that was some breather points right there. New York was up 18, so she was trying to buy her some time. So that had nothing to do with the game of keeping Jonquel Jones out that long, because they was up 18. They kept that lead in that second quarter, so that had nothing to do with Jonquel Jones being on that bench. I can't let you get that.
Heidemann had drove. They put her on the bench also. When when Heidemann made her turn left, scored the layup. When he made her turn right, she beat her on the right side. The last time is because she had Jonquel Jones on her hip, and Jonquel Jones tried to block the shot, but Heidemann had already passed her when she tried to turn. She couldn't shift them feet. She was too slow.
Hey, K-Sap, what quarter was that when Alana Smith got hurt?
Ooh, that had to be like third.
I think that was the third quarter.
I was wondering why they wasn't feeding Jonquel. Like, yo, Alana
watch this.
They went away from her.
They went away from her, but let me ask y'all a question. That if you go back when Courtney Williams put Jonquel Jones in the pick and roll, and she slid right by her hip, and that's what I tell you about these big men. When they hedge, they don't know how to get back. And she got right around the corner. She shouldn't be able to finish that on Jonquel Jones. Little ass Courtney Williams, and you finishing on Jonquel Jones and got right. Thank you, Lakeisha. She couldn't get back. That's what I'm saying. When them bigs go out the hedge, that's why I talk about these bigs being lazy. If you're gonna be that big and you hedge, why don't you widen yourself out? Stop giving up your height. If you give up your height, that's what happens.
Didn't somebody say earlier speed kills?
Yeah. Showtime. Yeah. She got right around the corner on her.
And it's not always speed. It's not always speed, though. I think a lot of people got to understand, too, when you're defending, you have to commit to defending, right? So you see a lot of girlies, they just run out because, oh, I'm tall. I'm running out because I don't want to get called out that I didn't go on this defender, right? But you're not squared up. So even if Jonquel would have technically put her arms out, Jonquel still would have got a foul on Courtney because she was not in legal guarding position. She was literally when you have guards, you are taught to attack hips. The hips are attacked on bigs. Like, it's nothing you can really do. That comes from your health defense.
Bro, Gad, ain't nobody blaming Jonquel Jones, man. I just made a point about a big hedging in that pick and roll and can't get back. Ain't nobody blaming Jonquel Jones. Jonquel Jones did her thing.
Hey, look, listen, man. Y'all gonna learn. Styles makes fights, bro. This is not the style that New York want to go up against, bro. Y'all gonna find out. It's just not a good matchup.
I mean, they went 3-1 against New York the whole season. So
that's what I'm telling y'all, bro. It's a bad matchup.
The cup, I said the cup. They say, well, that's the regular season. The Commissioner Cup is regular season.
No,
I say,
bro.
oh, the way they won the Commissioner Cup, the way that they won and beat New York, I knew it was going to be a problem. So now we get to see it with a bird's eye view. It was a total problem with these girls on this court that's smaller than them in size. If you could,
it was just a bad loss, man.
It was a bad loss. It was a lot of brain farts going on at the end, and it was a lot of not picking up. They looked sluggish, just trying to end the game. Going in there, like you said, K-Sap, they were stalled. They was playing ball.
They were playing stall ball.
Yeah, yes, stall ball. They holding on to the ball because they needed some wind, and they was and I said this also on the last chat. I said because they had those days off, it's not going to be equal because the Lynx was going to be hot. They had a one day turnaround.
They kept the momentum going. They kept their momentum going into the game. But I mean, everybody's making valid points. I agree with what everybody's saying. But like I came into here, I just said, man, this is one of them losses, man. You try to play with the clock. It didn't benefit you. You turning the ball over down the stretch. You couldn't control the ball. You stopped moving the ball to get a good shot. And like Bree said, now it puts your big man in a difficult position because you got 3 seconds left on the shot clock and you throwing it down to a big, but where are you throwing the ball at? You throwing it at her damn feet.
But hey, K-Sap.
What's that?
Well, let's go back to Bree's point though. Then what you explaining is coaching.
It is the Sandy, and I think a lot of people to me. Don't get me wrong. When a coach, you can only do so much because you're not out there actively putting players in position. You could scream and you yell isn't up to the player to make those right decisions. When you've been playing so long, you should be able to read and understand certain stuff. But at some point, I think a lot of people, Sandy get away with a lot. And this just goes back to Phoenix with me. She's just always been a girlie that had talent. And so you had stars. You had DT in her prime. You had fucking Cappy Pondexter, who's just oh my fucking God, who can get a bucket anytime she wanted to get a bucket. You didn't really have to coach that. You just really had to just be cool, call some timeouts, manage some shit, keep it cool. But now that the parity is so equal across the landscape, you need more than one superstar. You need team collective unit. You need people to buy into it. And Sandy just is not a personable girly. And even if you watch if you watch when they let us in her huddle, she was doing all that yelling with that voice that nobody understands what the hell she's saying. And her team was just looking, but then when the camera come back, it's Stewie. A lot of times you see Stewie with her board oh no, we redirect this, we redirect this. That's not the case when you got your person like Sabrina. I know that she probably was okay, we want to keep Sabrina on the floor because she is a threat from the 3-point line, but the way that she has been guarded, the way Minnesota keeps her in a shell of her former self, you can't afford to let nobody shoot 8 for 26.
Yeah,
as a coach,
the only pushback with that is everything you said, about Sandy Brondello. At the end of the day, they had 2 opportunities to win this game, and Stewie blew it. The number one option on the floor got
Marcus.
The ball in both situations, and she blew it. She blew a wide open layup. Period. Because if she makes that layup, we are not having this conversation.
Exactly. But also, again, though, this is a double-edged sword because you had an 18-point lead, right? Sandy did not do what she was supposed to do to help her team alleviate. Because as a coach, you're supposed to, guess you are. It's just like
Sandy wasn't shooting jumpers.
She wasn't shooting jumpers. But also as a coach, you have to know when to use your time out.
You know what?
You do. It's a game. It's a game within a game. You have to make adjustments. You know what Cheryl did? Cheryl knew that she didn't have Courtney picked under 2 fouls. She knew that Natisha Heidemann, they didn't have Laney. They knew Natisha Heidemann get downhill. As long as I could keep Natisha Heidemann being a point of attack for me until I could put Courtney back in this game, till I can get everybody who. Kayla McBride kept them a puss. Kayla McBride had 20 plus points?
23.
Kayla kept them a puss. Right. So when you get your guard and she had to sit feet, she picked up 2 fouls. So it was a game within the game. And Sandy didn't match the game within the game, and that's coaching. But on the flip side, it's on Brianna and Sabrina the Mass as well.
There you go. I'm gonna leave Sandy Brondino out of this one because you got a lead and you got a 15-point lead with 4 minutes or something left, and you got supposed to be 2 superstar WNBA players out there. All you got to do is execute. Just like Coach Marcus said, the coach ain't out there shooting the ball. I understand what you're saying, Bree, making some adjustments, but Sandy Brondala already used all her timeouts. That's why she was scared to challenge that last possession because she think if she would have lost that, she would have never had a timeout to get the ball stopped so they can, advance the ball. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave Sandy Brondello out of this. This is a big collapse by New York Liberty, and Stewie choked when she had the opportunity, regardless of how the game went. Stewie had the opportunity to win this game, and she botched it up twice.
That's right. That's right, K-Sap.
New York shot 35.3% in the fourth.
Horrible.
Minnesota shot 47.
Exactly.
That's the difference in the game.
That's big, coach.
And even with those stats, they still had an opportunity to win the game.
That's what I'm saying. Well, however the game played out, I don't care if New York jumped out on the 20-point lead, took it into halftime, came out to the third quarter. Minnesota went on their run, but every time Minnesota went on their run, the coach wasn't out there, shooting the ball. The girls was out there executing, right? Every time they swung the ball and they got good shots, Phoebage was benefiting from that corner three. And she hit some big threes to withstand Minnesota from coming all the way back. When Minnesota cut that lead to 2, who hit the big shot? Phoebage hit the big shot because they had constant ball movement. Then Sabrina got around the corner, got her floater, got to the layup. They stopped doing that with 4 minutes left. They tried to ball hog the ball, go to Dean Smith 4 corners, and it didn't work. It came back and bit them in the butt, and that's why we're here talking about it now, because they collapsed. That's why I can't put everybody in the chat, y'all, Brogad talking about that's Sandy Brondello. No, we're not putting this on Sandy Brondello. You got Breonna Stewart out there, and you got Sabrina Ionescu out there, and you got the old Wally veteran Courtney Vandersloot. They're veterans. You got to execute down the stretch, and they failed to do that.
I'm gonna split the baby. I'm gonna say this. I agree with you, K-Sap. Sabrina and Stewie were supposed to bring it home. That's the 2 best players. They were supposed to bring it home. I would just say, as far as with coaching, no, she's not that out there on the court. But I hear a word all the time, and it's called momentum. When the Lynx went on that run in the fourth quarter. I don't know what the coach could have done. I'm not an expert, but she needed to do something.
She did.
She was hanging on to that one timeout.
Timeout, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. She was hanging on to that timeout.
One timeout, so she was
for this situation. But it shouldn't have came down to this situation. And just like me and Coach Marcus have been saying all stream long, Stewie had 2 chances to win the game, and she came up short.
She only had one.
Mo3, get out of here with that, man. That should have been an easy layup. Breonna Stewart, 6'4".
Even if she makes it, it doesn't win the game. That only
it does. They win the game.
No, it doesn't. That would have tied it.
No, that goes to overtime. Went to overtime.
And that's fine. That's fine. You still would have gave your chance not to take an L. Either way,
but you still had 2 chances though, Mo3. I don't care how you slice it and dice it.
Yeah. I'm not saying that she didn't have 2 chances, but not 2 chances to win the game. That wouldn't have won the game. That would have given them a chance to win the game.
She missed the free throw.
She did.
The free throw, yes.
The free throw was crucial. And when she missed that free throw, she was in her head.
That's why she missed that layup.
Yeah. Nah, she thought Fee was around her, and she missed the layup because she gonna have nightmares about Fee.
Here to cause confusion.
Yeah, she gonna have nightmares.
And in overtime, she couldn't get her team back. I don't know what they did in overtime because it was.
I think they parted ways, man. They parted like the Red Sea. I don't think they was together in overtime.
No.
Not after them 4 turnovers. Them 4 turnovers in the beginning of that overtime.
The announcer said it. New York is frustrated.
Yeah. It did. And if we being honest, I just wanted to be honest, it's only one really superstar. Sabrina's not a superstar. She get a lot of credit for stuff that she not that girl. She's a role player. You're never gonna win anything with Sabrina leading you. So like you said, we got to see some shit from Stewie. If we don't see shit from Stewie, they're gonna pack it up, that team gonna get blowed up, and Minnesota is gonna be with their 5th championship.
Well, nah, they told me if you can shoot a bunch of threes, you can win.
Who said that?
That's what Showtime don't do. That's what me and Showtime been talking about it all season long. That's been the narrative. As long as you can shoot threes, you win.
They told me as long as you can shoot threes, you ain't gotta play no defense, and you can win.
They said.
That's what they told me.
Yep.
Yeah. They said rebounding don't matter, and playing defense that ain't nothing.
Tell them Showtime. We keep receipts, man. We keep receipts.
That's what they told me.
They say.
Shout out to Tim.
That's why people, when we first started this, that's why people call us delusional. They don't like channels like Me, Showtime, and Food Line Speaks and HDTV. They don't like us.
Yeah.
Because we delusional. What's that? What's up?
I gotta call you out, man, because you know what? You know I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan. And I love
leave her out of it, man. We ain't talking about her. See, you ran right into it. So I guess you insinuated we was talking about that.
You was throwing shots, sir.
Who was we throwing shots at?
We talking about Sabrina.
We talking about Sabrina. How did Caitlin get in this?
As a Caitlin Clark fan, we can keep this. Leave her.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach Marcus.
Leave her on the golf course, man.
See what they trying to do?
I was just gonna say that, Coach Marcus.
They're trying to cause confusion.
Hold on the golf course, man.
Hey, no, K-Sack.
Well, I was just bringing up the fact that they said if you can shoot a bunch of threes, that's great basketball. That's what they told me. You don't have to. I'm just going off what y'all told me.
If you can make a bunch of threes,
go ahead, Tim. What you got, Tim?
Hey, I wanted to ask Showtime a question in the young lady Bree. On the last panel that KSAP had, we were talking about who do we think would be the X factors for each team.
I was just going to say it.
For Minnesota.
Me
and bro Claude. Now I picked Minnesota to win the series in 5.
But who you had as your X factor?
I had my X factor as Kayla McBride, simply because of the fact of I had Kayla McBride.
I'm gonna kill that. Go ahead.
I was
to tell him about, but go ahead.
Hold on. Let me explain. The reason why I say Kayla McBride is because we know what Feed's going to give us, right? And I had already knew Courtney Williams. She can go off at any time, so I had already factored her in. So I'm looking at the players like Alana Smith, Bridget Carlton, you know, Defisha Heidelman. She's good, but she comes off the bench. But I knew they would need another one of their starters to have a good game or to have a good series. What I was saying was, I'm thinking in this series they're going to need Kayla McBride to score 15 to 20. 15 to 20. She had 22 tonight, right? She had
23.
23.
Okay, 23.
She's the highest scorer. The highest scorer on the team.
That's what I was implying when I felt like
it wasn't Courtney was.
No, Courtney had 23 and Kayla had 22.
No.
Well, it's an easy one for me.
Courtney Williams had 23. Kayla McBride had 22. Nafisha Kaya had 21.
Courtney is your team score. Yeah, go ahead, baby.
Let him finish.
Right. Yeah. So I was just saying. I was saying. Some people were saying that she's really not considered. Well, she really shouldn't be considered an X factor. I was saying she would be a huge X factor if she could put up these type of numbers in the finals, because we know what Fee is going to give. We know what Courtney's going to give. But to me, McBride, if she can be that number 3 or number 2 or number 3 scoring option, then she is an X factor, because we know Bridget Carlton is a starter, but she's more so like a role player. Same thing with Alana Smith, but Alana Smith is a good defensive player. But as far as like on the offensive, as far as on the scoring output, because we see tonight they needed that scoring from McBride, Williams, and Fee. Heidelman gave them 10 off the bench, but we talking about the majority of the points came from those 3. So what do you guys think about that?
Let me answer this real quick. Let me answer this, Tim. I think Kayla McBride's buckets wasn't impact points, man. I think her points was coming in at the time that the Liberty should have closed this game off, and she was just taking shots outside the offense. She started jacking, and she was hitting them threes. So if you go to the 3 she hit, she had 9 points within a span of like 3 minutes, right? So you take that away from the 22 that she had, right? Courtney Williams made the biggest impact. She made the biggest impact. But Kayla McBride, if you get a close game, if we had a close game tonight, then we'll see who the real K McBride is. Right?
Yeah,
see, the game was out of hand.
Them threes
and she was hitting buckets.
Those threes can make you like.
This is very simple, man.
Come out, Coach Marcus. So I know what KSAP is saying. In KSAP, I kind of agree, but I just want Coach Marcus' opinion also. I kind of agree, KSAP, but what I'm saying is,
hold on, boss. Hold that thought real quick. Hey, we got some more people trying to join the panel, man. So if you can drop down, I'm gonna let some more people up. So whoever's trying to get in, hit the link.
I'll go down.
Okay. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
all right, go ahead, Bro Claude.
So
right.
what I'm asking both of you guys is
How do I?
Yes.
I got you, Mo3.
She in the first half, she was doing her thing. She had those points that counted. But when it's down, when you're down, and like you said, KSAP, they were 9 points in a deficit. But those were 9 points that were scored to cut the deficit. So my question is to both of you guys: if you're in a deficit and you do have somebody giving a little light, shining a little light, just a little bit of light, those points count. Also,
I know, but that didn't come in orchestrated through the offense, man. I think they was hero buckets.
Now, KSAP, I want to answer this question, right? I'm not going to say that her points did not have an impact, but you got to understand something. Most of Kayla McBride's points came in the third quarter. The Liberty were up 15 with 5 minutes to go. They actually regained a significant lead after Kayla had already scored most of her buckets.
I understand that.
Right? So let's understand something. Now, yeah, players got to finish the game. Agree with that. But any coach worth their salt, you threw 3 quarters and you see what the game plan is. You see Courtney Williams going on the attack. You see Stewie getting locked up by feet. You know that you have Jonquel Jones basically unplayable. Get the ball to her early in the shot clock, please. Just get the ball to her early in the shot clock. Give her time to work. Don't give her the ball with 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
So let me ask you a question, bro, Grant. So who you put that on? You put that on the coach or you put that on the players?
I didn't see the coach do anything about it.
But hold up, man. Come on, that's just simple basketball. If you got IQ for basketball and you see a mismatch, you're going to get them the ball. That has nothing to do with Sandy Brondello.
So hold on. So, Kesa, if that's simple basketball, then why do we need coaches?
Come on, man. Don't do that.
Look.
They only here to cause confusion.
Nah.
I can't believe you said that.
Because what it's got to come down to, and I keep saying is, and to me, it's as simple as this. New York had plenty of opportunities to ice the game, and they did not do it. They did not make the shots that they needed to make. Now, in the past, to even get to this point, they made those shots. Sabrina made those shots. Stewie made those shots. Jonquel made those shots. However, tonight they did not. Period.
Thank you.
Stewie should have iced the game with that last free throw.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
And she did.
She is the one that you want to give the ball to over Sabrina, over Jonquel, over anybody else. If I got my money on somebody having the ball to win a game for me, I'm gonna give it to Breanna Stewart. She just didn't come through with it.
Facts.
And again, if she makes the free throw, you are correct on the overtime. We would have went to another overtime. But if she makes that free throw, we are not having this. We're not having this conversation. We're not talking about Sandy Brondello. We're not talking about people getting too much rest or not enough. None of those conversations.
They would have won this game.
You see what they do, Coach Marcus? You see what they do, Coach Marcus?
They only here to cause confusion.
They only here to cause confusion, man.
Guess what? Y'all keep causing confusion. I'm going to bed.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Coach Marcus. I'll get with you.
Coach
Marcus, man. Hit me up.
I got you.
But yeah, KSAP, I'm just gonna finish on this point real quick. If Stewie makes a free throw and New York win, then yes, they win. But that still means that you have to look at the fact that Sandy got out coached. You can win and you can still lose a game. The fact that it was even that close at the end means that she failed to make necessary adjustments, which we all identified. New York would still have a problem. I thought New York was going to win the game, and I still was thinking about changing my mind that the Lynx were going to win in the series. Even if New York had won tonight, I saw enough from the Lynx that I felt like they have the advantage in the series.
Because you flipper. Because you flipper.
I told you.
When you have new information, you change your mind, bro.
I'm not changing nothing.
I gave you information before you picked.
No,
I gave you information.
You change your mind, bro. You don't just stand with the same.
I gave you
new information. Proper new response. Sound like a refund, huh?
Hey, I gave you information. before we
hey, bro, God.
Before we pick, I gave him the information, and
Right.
Sister Lakeisha could also vouch for this because I love my woman point of view. Sister Lakeisha tell you, I gave a point of view of why the Lynx was going to be a problem for this team. One, they too big and slow. Two, they don't have the better defense.
Nope. Yep.
The third thing is that sometimes you can shoot yourself in, and sometimes you shoot out.
Yep.
All right,
Hey,
we got
you. Minnesota shoots
No
more
lies
threes
to
than New York. So it's like Minnesota is a more three-dependent team than New York is. It's just that Minnesota has more shooters, more pure shooters. But Minnesota shoots way more threes than New York.
But hey, but I tell you what, New York ain't got what Lynx got. They ain't got the midi queen. Hey, can nobody on their team shoot the ball like Courtney Williams? Courtney Williams get to the mid-range, that thing automatic.
she relentless, man.
Courtney Williams is a dog. I ain't gonna lie. Courtney Williams is a dog.
Don't be don't be flip-flopping on bro Gad. Hey, we got
Hey, K-Sap.
Yes,
you gotta keep your foot on him.
We know we do.
The 3-point shooters, the logo threes win championships, man. That's what they told me, bro. That's why Sabrina posted him. So we gotta keep him.
Hold up. Hey, we got Unique. Unique, what you got?
Yo, what's up, K-Sap?
What's going on, Unique?
Going on Showtime?
What up, huh?
I'm just trying to keep the main thing.
The main thing.
You know what I'm
there
saying?
You go.
That's what you want to hear, Unique? That's what you want to hear?
Keep the main thing the main thing.
All right, go ahead, Unique. Go ahead and cook.
Man, I just want to let everybody know I don't even got a nickel in this dime between either team, right? So I'm not biased. Telling y'all what I saw. You feel me?
Okay.
And I just think this was very embarrassing for the New York Liberty. Their performance as a team with the coach, the whole kit and caboodle. You know what I'm saying?
The kit and caboodle.
0-6. 0-6.
This is why it's embarrassing, bro.
0-6 in the first game. 0-6.
All right, let her go,
Like,
bro.
they always start off good. And if they were playing any other team and made the same mistakes, they would have won. But you can't do that against Minnesota, bro. That's top tier defense, and they play better when they down.
But so you got more to play for when you're down. When you got a big lead like that, you get complacent. You get out of character. You start trying in-game shit that normally you don't do in the game.
You dead
and
on.
Then the thing about it is,
okay, Sap.
What's that?
Started playing like the Fever. They just was jacking up the threes, bro.
Hey,
why y'all always gotta take shots at my team, bro?
Because threes win championships.
Yeah,
man.
They just started shooting.
Come on, man.
Threes win championships. What's that?
Basketball, bro.
I ain't got not one piece of evidence that they wins championships, but yet they tell you that they win championships. Go ahead though.
Man,
Golden State Warriors.
All I'm gonna say that little girl, and she ain't no girl, but Courtney Williams, she pressure, bro. She pressure, and the freezer is like what's understood don't need to be explained.
Yep.
They could be anybody else doing this stuff they did tonight, but not Minnesota, and that's why I'm glad they playing them because it's competition, and that's what I want to see. The Liberty against Connecticut Suns, I'm sorry, that would not be a good playoff for the finals. Ain't nobody trying to see that. They ain't got no offense. The Suns. But with this Minnesota team, man, yeah, Brianna choked, but the whole team choked.
Okay,
y'all shooting up the threes ain't doing nothing.
But I understand what everybody's saying, man. But when you get the opportunity, the way the game went, regardless of everybody making great points, we can put the blame here, we can put the blame there. They should have did this and should have did that. But what I'm saying, situational. You had the situation, you had the game in your hand, and you at the foul line, regardless of everything that went on before that.
Go ahead, OG.
You had one opportunity to ice this game, and we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
No. Yeah,
and you came up short.
Yeah.
And then in overtime, you had a chance to send it into double overtime. You came up short.
Get the explosion, K-Sap.
Tell a friend. I'm gonna tell a friend. But look, hey, check this out. But what I'm saying is the situation where you 83% from the foul line, and what happens? You clank it, you choke, right?
Yeah.
And everything that we said leading up to the end of the game, we could have called the foul. The ball went out of bounds, but we got to get past that. The crowd was in the game. They had 17,000 plus. They was rocking Spike Lee.
How many was there?
17,000 plus.
They couldn't even let him in.
Really?
Yeah. So the thing about it is,
that's fake.
Huh?
The face of the
That's
team.
fake.
Yeah. So and then you get to the foul line, right? And you had a chance to just say night, and you couldn't do it.
K-Sap.
What's that?
That's the only reason why I'm not blaming what's her name?
Brondella. That's why I can't blame Brondella.
The only reason why I'm not blaming her is because she had a player on her team that she trusted to bring him home, and she didn't.
And she came and she let her down.
So I'm gonna give her a pass. But
Exactly. And that goes back to how Dana Evans let her goddamn agent down. That's all I'm saying.
He's at the graveyard. Dana Evans at the graveyard.
That's all I'm saying, man. I mean,
Showtime.
But this is what y'all. But this is what y'all don't understand. I mean, everybody on the panel, y'all been making great points on how the game went down. And Coach Brondella, she should have did this and did this. They said Jacquel Jones was on the bench too long in the second quarter, but damn, they was up 18 points. You got to find some time to get her some rest. They took her out the game. It didn't matter because Minnesota never made a run, right? So now this is what happens. The game is in the balance. And what I tell y'all guys, I said, if I got my chances for one game in my hometown at my crib, I like my chances. Breonna Stewart liked her chances when she went to that foul line, but she came up short. And that's just the bottom line.
Shorty.
She did.
She just bricked it. I mean, she clanked it. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Come here, Bear. Come here,
I don't
Bear.
know what happened, man. And that was game right there. And now you got the life sucked out of you. You got your heart ripped out of you in front of all your fans. Now, Minnesota walking around in your crib, going in your refrigerator, opening up your drinks that you haven't even opened up yet. Now they playing with house money. That's just the bottom line. I told y'all that the other night. I said New York was at home, sleeping in their own beds, walking around butt naked with the bras off.
You did.
Now, Minnesota, they got room service. They calling New York's people, and they delivering them room service to the hotel.
Hey, Tony.
They took the Wi-Fi box with
Bring that.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring that pizza, Tony.
And then they logging on to their goddamn they logging on to their Netflix account. That's how bad it is right now.
Let's just be honest. New York came out, gave their best shot.
They
Man.
did.
Let's just be honest.
They did.
They came out. They was poking their chest out. They was celebrating, front running. Brown Stewart clapping her hands.
Like we was rolling the film.
Yeah.
She went in overtime. Put extra gel in her
They
house.
was doing the swag surf. They was doing everything, man. Yeah.
She went on there, kissed the old lady, said, we got this, and all this stuff. Man, Courtney Williams now, they had a different plan though. Don't you know Minnesota won every quarter outside of the first quarter? They won every quarter.
Because they were playing from a large deficit, man. I mean, New York came out like gangbusters.
I said, look, man, they don't get this guy. I'm telling you something. They don't
popping
win this
bottles
game.
tonight. They popping bottles. They popping bottles. And then look, y'all know what it is. If New York don't get this game, they don't get this game the next game. Y'all know how Dorothy did. She clapped her heels 2 times and she went home. And Minnesota going back home, and the crowd is waiting for them.
Yeah. And that crowd supported Minnesota too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the thing about, but Minnesota, man, defensively, They showed me
What's
something.
good, Ted? What up,
Y'all got to understand something, man. Rated #1 defense in the WNBA for a reason. Them in Connecticut 1 and 2, and y'all show how that game was a knockdown, drag out, physical game. And you got people that can actually put that seatbelt on you, put that clamp on you, and put you in the spin cycle, and you ain't got nothing to do. Like Showtime said, you know how to sit down in that chair and move them feet. And that's the problem I got with them big men. Them big men don't move their feet. But Fee moves her feet though.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Their feet. Very smart, got good anticipation. The pressure on New York.
Oh yeah.
They got the best roster money can buy. They put this team together in the last couple of years.
Super
to
team.
try to go out there and beat Vegas. Yeah, they beat Vegas and they were celebrating. They said, "Hey man, yeah, we got over y'all. Now it's time to go win the chip." But I told them folks, I said, "Look, Minnesota gonna be at the championship, no doubt. I have no question about it. I don't know if it's gonna be Vegas. I don't know if it's gonna be New York. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If Vegas would have won, they would have did them something bad. To be real with you.
So while you say that, Showtime, let me ask you a question. So do you think the New York against the Aces was that their championship?
Yeah, they was.
It was.
Okay.
They exerted. Not only did they exert physicality, but they exerted mental. And a lot of people got to understand with hoops, it's a lot more mental. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, "Oh, we got receipts, we got this and this." You was so hyper focused that you just like when I see them put their Timbs, they took a pair of Timbs and put it.
Put it in center court.
And to me, I said, "Ooh, because I was telling
petty.
you, they was like, yeah, I had some people that was trying to tell me they was like, oh, they're gonna beat the Aces." I'm like, "Oh,
that
baby, I wasn't worried about the Aces this season. I knew the Aces didn't make no off-season adjustments for me. I knew they was gonna get their ass beat." But like when you see you exerting that much energy, all you had to do was just win that game. Then you get in the press and everybody's talking about, "Oh, we friends, we love each other." You hoes don't love each other because that shit that y'all did tonight was terrible. Like it was terrible hoops, and then y'all have an 18-point lead, but if we really being honest, when they went to halftime, that shit was chopped to single digits. They went to halftime only 8 points. I automatically knew at that moment. I said, Minnesota, all Minnesota need is 3 possessions. That's 2 threes and a motherfucking and one or a layup, and you tied the game or took the game over. They did nothing to really be like, okay, normally statistically, New York wins third quarter. If New York does not win third quarter, they lose this game. What happened? Y'all lost that fucking quarter, and Minnesota just was like, "Fuck it, we ain't got nothing to lose."
Bree, YouTube said you got to watch your language.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And you know what you're not gonna get in this game? You ain't getting no 17 points of Phoebe. Promise you that.
No,
it's not
because
gonna
we seen it. We seen it with the Aces, right? Remember, she had that
She ain't getting
game.
no 17. She ain't getting no 17 game too.
She's gonna be like 8 or 9 points, if that.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to come back from, man. I mean, that's one of them games, man, where like, where do you go from now, man? Where do you go from? What can you learn from tonight's game?
Especially that Fee got a hard hat on. She got them steel toe boots on. She got them big man gloves on her fingers. And it is locked down city, like you said, K-Sap.
Hey, let me get Sister Noble in here. Sister Noble, where you been at?
Oh my goodness. Hey, Sister Noble.
Sister Noble, where you at?
How you doing? I've been incognito.
I see.
I have been incognito, dealing with some things, you know. Anyway, I can tell you this, that the New York Liberty, they're not going to be able to sleep for the next night. They're not going to be able to sleep.
When's the next game? Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. Yeah, that game was a momentum game, game 1. Now, it was a momentum game. They should have won.
Yeah.
They should have won. So now they have to think about, oh crap, this team is not playing with us. They coming to take this from us. They coming to take this ring from us. So how are they going to respond? That's the next question. What are they going to do in response to them getting their behind whipped pretty much in 3 quarters by a team that nobody had winning? Nobody had them winning, period. Okay, everybody was looking at New York and saying, you know what, they got this. They got it this year because last year they lost to the Aces. So this year they're going to come out with a vengeance and they're going to just take the championship this year. But nobody anticipated Minnesota. Nobody.
Yeah.
Hey, K-Sap.
So, yeah.
Showtime. Sister Nova. What did I tell you? What I say all the time about the losers? I never pick, that's why I picked the Aces. I'm going with the champs. I never win against the champs, no matter how they look. I don't go against the champions. That's just my motto. And I never go against 7 banners that's put up in that gym. 7 banners by that coach that they have. She got 7 of them. And all of us, listen, all her team players, most of them, that was her starting 5, is in the Hall of Fame. So I don't know, what to tell you about this. Like K-Sap said, at the end of the last podcast, that it's going to be the battle of the coaches. Right now, Cheryl Reeves is that piece. That's it.
Hey, quick! I want to let y'all guys know, sister Tony Benzino, our guest on the panel, member of the channel. She couldn't come in tonight. She's down in Florida, helping with the hurricane relief efforts. So that's why she ain't show up tonight.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you guys know that she's down
I hope
there.
y'all safe out there.
Yeah, she's helping the relief effort down there. That's why she ain't show up. I know Bro Gad probably saying where Tony at tonight, but yeah.
She can't help him tonight.
Yeah,
she can't help him tonight, K-Sap.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, I got Kev in here. Kev, what's up?
You realize something? All of these Aces fans became Minnesota
Looking
fans
real
quick,
bad,
bro.
man. That's what's up.
But here's the thing though.
My liberties, my Breonna Stewart choked at that foul line, bro.
Yeah, he sound like he mourning. Come on, Kev, get your voice into the game, man.
0.4 seconds, man. You make that free throw, game over, man. You know what I mean? Like,
come on, Kev, man. You not sound you sounding like you're on suicide watch, man. Come on, pick
yo,
your
listen,
voice up,
when
man.
it's the
Come
best
on,
of
man.
five,
What's
when it's
going
the-
on?
Listen, my Yankees won, so I'm happy.
Nah, lead the Yankees out of it. You talk about your New York Liberty.
What about overtime? What happened in overtime?
Oh, what happened in overtime? A lot happened in overtime. They just play horrible. Both teams play horrible. Just one team hit more shots. That's it. That's all. Both of them played horrible. It was a lot of turnovers from the both of them in overtime.
What about feed defense?
I mean, Minnesota got Liberty number all year. Commissioner's Cup, regular season.
He said
So
it.
like
He
they've
said
been
it.
beating up on them all year. So that I ain't want to face that team. I wanted the Connecticut Suns play. I know they ain't got no offense.
Wanted the easy like New Yorkers, huh?
I mean, I ain't gonna say one easy like New Yorkers, but New Yorkers don't have nothing easy. We everything.
I was saying in the first quarter, I said, okay, wait till the game slow down and everything's at an even playing field. Who gonna show up when it's needed? I don't believe in. Look, I know Sabrina got killed dog in her. I don't believe in her like I believe in Courtney Williams. She can get the ball and get her own shot. Fee, I know. Stu is a 2-time champion, Finals MVP, and all that. I believe in Fee more than Stu. There's something with Stu these last couple of years. It just ain't. I can't get over it, son. That last year Finals. Now I understand the fall off, but I couldn't get over what I saw in that final.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't get over that one.
Nobody
And then I
could
saw
show. They
again.
didn't know what the problem was. And like I said, after they beat the Aces, that's when she made it be known about what she went through last year in the finals. And I did a video on that.
You know, Stewie's after the medal game, after the USA game. Do you know her average after when they came back? Do you know that?
Nah.
I'm gonna ask Brooklyn what it was. Did she go that? Did she increase or did she decrease on her point average in her play? You know, because what I'm seeing right now is you got 2 MVPs on that team. You got 3 All-Stars on that team. Well, 4. You got 4 because Sloop was an All-Star. So you got 4 all-stars on that team, and you got all of them seen action in the finals. All of them seen action, except for Phoebe. Outside of that, I don't want no excuses because they don't have any. And that Minnesota, I brought up Joe Dumars. I brought up, you remember K-Sap, I brought up Kendall Gill. I brought up all the great defensive players, you know, that lockdown defenders that will play that game to the end, and their lockdown defenders played the game on the Lynk side till it went down. They didn't get shook. They kept saying in the huddle, "We almost there. We almost there." And that girl Williams, woo.
So you don't believe both teams play horrible in that overtime?
Nah.
No. What's your definition of horrible?
No.
We don't. It was just turnovers, missed shots all over the place.
I mean, it's a reason why
that was by your New York Liberty.
I know that, but Minnesota didn't play a perfect overtime game either.
They didn't have to play perfect. They won the game.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it wasn't horrible.
They did win the game. They just hit more shots. That's it.
It shouldn't have came down to that.
And home had 3-pointer hit that 4-point play.
They didn't just hit shots. They played better defense.
Hey man, look here, bro. Hey, look here, man. The Liberty. Look here, man. I ain't no excuses. The Liberty got the best roster money can buy. They got all these former MVPs and best 3-point shooters, all this other stuff, man. Look here, man. Lil Fee, man, she just coming through with Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride, man. They just going out here doing their part, playing defense. But I noticed something about Minnesota. Minnesota don't let no pressure get to them, man. New York, man, they come up short, man. I done seen this. I done seen them fold like a cheap tent. And pressure bust pipes. I saw when Stewie missed that free throw. The next time she got the ball, she shot the 3 and missed, and she started pressing. Nah, I don't believe nobody like that.
She had 2 chances. I was talking about
she smoked the free throw.
Heavily contested though. You know what I mean?
I bet if he had that them 2 free throws, the game would have been over.
We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying,
I do know that. She locked. All I know is this: she locked both of them down before quarter. She got on JJ, blocked her shot. She got on Stewie, made her get off the ball. When she got the ball, everything was contested. And she was blocked.
You can't predict something because it ain't happening, right?
Hold on, guys. Let me shout out Reddick Milky Way for the super chat. Just 1 second.
Here comes the money.
Reddick Milky Way says, "Show facts, no excuses. Feed the real deal, Holyfield." That's right.
That's right.
We just got to tip our cap, guys.
Yeah, give it up to Minnesota Lynx. They beat the Liberties all year. Like I said, Commissioner's Cup regular season. Liberty ain't beat them not one time this season. So
once they beat them once.
They beat them once. Oh, okay.
Once the middle game.
3-1 series 3-1. Now it's 4-1. So hey, man, it is what it is, man.
Listen, they got their number all year. I ain't want to play that team. I just knew it, man. Like,
but now you got to.
Yeah, I know.
How can you say?
But I'm gonna just say this though, right? Bree had 2 chances. Okay, you missed the 0.4 free throw. You come back with the layup was heavily contested. 2 people was on it.
You still got to convert that. Her arm got in the air. Beeline to the basket. You got to score that.
Said and done when you heavily contested. You know.
No, it's dead. Yeah, that's an excuse right there. We're not letting you off the hook.
No excuse. She got it.
We're not letting you off the hook, man.
No, she can't. If
man, it was on 19 points, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm gonna leave it
at home with 3 days off. I ain't trying to hear it.
My girl is she on the beach. She in Miami, but Angel Reese couldn't get away with it, and I'm not letting Breonna Stewart get away with it. If Angel couldn't get away with it, and y'all was on her, I'm not letting Breonna Stewart nowhere near.
Listen, we ain't talking about people that ain't playing in the
Bro,
finals
Claude,
right now.
I said she on the beach.
Bro, Claude. You were on this program about two shows
right
ago.
Talking about Jackie Young.
Aja Wilson
and Jackie
bet
Young.
your life when she airballed that layup with the game on the line.
Okay,
all y'all got your favorites.
Stewie
All
just
y'all
did it.
got your favorites. I'm
Stewie
gonna
just
hold you
did it.
accountable.
Get the same energy.
I'm
Stewie
gonna
did
hold
it.
you accountable, bro, Claude. I'm gonna
I
hold you
said
accountable.
Stewie, I say Stewie just did it. So keep that same energy.
I mean, but you
keeping
gotta
energy,
shout
but
out that defense
I'm
that
just gonna
put
remind you.
two girls
I'm just gonna
on her
remind you.
when she went for the layup. Shout out to I'm giving the defense credit. Two girls on her when she went up for the layup.
Nah, you using that excuse because you threw two girls in there. She still got to convert that. But check this out.
I mean, she do got to convert, but it ain't easy when you got two people on you.
Hey, that's what she get paid them 200,000, 300,000 for.
She didn't even hit rim, Kev.
Cash food, everything around me, cream.
She hit the backboard. I know she didn't hit rim.
No backboard ain't enough rim.
Nah.
You gotta at least hit rim, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta at least
She had a
hit
beeline.
rim.
That was a perfect play.
Actually,
Beeline to the
did hit
basket.
the rim because it bounced off at the top of the rim.
Nah, check this out, man. Check this out. Look, we're gonna go to last call. We ain't gonna be here all night. So, Kev, what's your final thoughts, man?
My final thoughts. You just gotta come back next game. You gotta win that game. That's a must game because if you lose that game, you go to Minnesota. It's a wrap. You're getting swept. It's over.
I'm still not giving up on them. I'm still not giving up on
them either. But it seems like our basketball teams is trash.
Well, you lose next game, you get the Indiana treatment.
You don't win nothing up here when it comes to basketball.
Hey, I'm just sitting back laughing. I'm keeping all the receipts, man. I'm be like Dion. I got receipts, baby.
I got receipts too.
I got receipts,
I hear
man.
a lot of trash talking up here. I'm from New York,
Hey,
baby.
don't let New York come back and win this series, boy, because I'm gonna have fun.
Hey, Kev, I'm from Chicago.
I'm from Brooklyn, you heard? So
I'm from the west side of Chicago where the stadium at. You know where that is.
I don't live right now. I'm in Brooklyn right now. I don't go too far from there. You know,
we cooking Stewie tonight. All right, hey, Sister Noble.
Matter of fact, if I see Stewie on the street, because I know she lives somewhere around there. If I see her,
hey,
I'm gonna let her know. I'll give a piece of my mind, yo.
Hey, Sister Noble, what's your final thoughts, man? Kev, man, get some rest, man. Sister Noble, what's your final thoughts?
I mean, I want the Liberty to win. I really do, because it would be embarrassing if they've been to the title game, twice in 2 years, and didn't win. I mean, I'm just saying it would be embarrassing. I want the New York Liberty to win. That's it.
This would be their sixth loss if they lose.
Unique. I see you still in the building. What's your final thoughts, man? Keep the main thing. Go ahead.
Man, my final thoughts is I don't expect Breonna Stewart to come out there and play like she did tonight.
I hope not.
Expect a great improvement, right? I don't think she's gonna have a bad game, but I'm just hoping and praying they ready for Nafisa Collier, because she done played them one time. So she done got the feel for him, right? Now, the key is to stop her, bro, because like Sho said, she's not going to have 17 points this time around. And Sabrina got to play a little bit better, man.
Yeah.
That's it. I ain't sleeping on them. I just want to see if they can fight back, bro. Because to go to Minnesota, it's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard.
I think the first 5 minutes of the game will tell you a lot.
Yeah. I mean, the first 5 minutes of this game, they thought they had that.
I'm talking about game two. The first 5 minutes of game two, because like you said about Breonna Stewart, she can't play no worse than what she played tonight. So she got to get better. Because if she plays worse, then we got to start putting Breonna Stewart in that category of one of the superstars that just chokes.
Yeah, no, one that don't got the dog in them, yo. You feel me? She's supposed to hit that shot. I don't care if it was 3 people on her. She was supposed to make that shot, yo. And that's just what it is.
I agree. Sister Lakeisha, what's your final?
Look, all I'm gonna say is this. Minnesota gonna win their 5th championship. New York gonna lose another championship. And it's simple. Minnesota's a better defensive team, versatile. New York can't keep up their athleticism. And last but not least, oh yeah, can't forget about the mid-range queen, Courtney Williams. Two's gonna beat threes every time when it matters. And the other team got Stewart, but that team got MVP. And MVP is the best player in this series, and it's gonna show.
Check it out, y'all. Check it out.
Salute everybody.
Ready time,
everybody.
Milky Way.
I'm out of here.
Yep. Ready time, Milky Way got a super chat. He said, hit the like button. FYI, links might, and then I guess that is win. Sister Lakeisha, go ahead and give your final thoughts.
All right, I'm back. My bag, y'all, man. I had to, I
held it down.
Yeah, I heard you, man. I had to get back in here, man.
I got you.
Something fell down and knocked me out, man, but it's all good. I was trying to cause confusion, but go ahead, Lakeisha.
Okay. As everybody know, I picked Minnesota to win because of their defense. I will say,
don't be flipper.
No, I still pick Minnesota to win from the beginning because defense wins championships, and when you hold another team's players to 6 for 21 and 8 for 26,
yeah,
the two best players,
yeah,
that the Liberty are gonna struggle no matter how it goes.
Come on, Lakeisha, don't do that to me.
My X factor has always been Courtney Williams because Nafisa Kaya is already a clutch player, but Courtney is clutch too. So they got to do something. They got to do something to slow Courtney down because her energy gives them that final boost to get through the end of the game. So I'm still with Minnesota.
All right, well that's a good final thought right there.
Okay.
All right, so Mo 3 came back up, man. What's your final thoughts, Mo 3?
All I got to say is links in 4.
Okay. That's all you wanted to say?
Yep. Same thing I've been saying.
They only here to cause confusion.
Links in 4.
He wanted to come up to say links in 4. All right, Mo 3.
Short and sweet.
Hey, short and sweet. Hey, all right, bro, Gad, go ahead. The room is yours.
Yeah. All right. So I said Liberty in 5. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'll be honest.
Here comes Flipper.
I'm just gonna put it out there. If Nigel Laney Hamilton can't play
Here comes Flipper
basketball, I don't think this series goes past 4 games, and I don't see New York winning 3 straight. I don't see them winning. I don't see them winning both games in Minnesota. They might not win one in Minnesota.
Jay Burns, you hear him? You hear him, Jay Burns?
New York will win game 2. New York will win game 2. They're gonna come back. They're gonna play strong on their home court. I don't think they're gonna get swept. But when it goes back to Minnesota, man, I don't know. What I saw tonight, hard to come back. That's all I gotta say.
My final thoughts.
Man, hold up. I'm gonna let you get your final thought, man. I know Daily Dose of Tea. That's what y'all do to me. Y'all keep me here all night. Hey, Alyssa B. Hey, bro Gad, man, don't be Flipper. See, you got a new name, Flipper. So, bro Gad, I want to hear this from you. So, are you still picking New York to win the series?
I'm standing on Liberty in 5.
Okay, there you go. That's all I need to say. Don't be Flipper now. All right, go ahead, bro Claude.
We on Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the greatest podcast created with my main man, K-Sap. Best panelist that I've ever encountered. He keeps it real. He keeps it raw. He brings up people, you know what I mean, to give their own opinion, no matter if he don't agree. He also caused confusion sometimes, just like
that's Flipper causing confusion now.
And my final thoughts is that I never bet on the loser. I always bet on the winner.
Bobo Flipper.
Yeah, and Flipper, you can't never get on my side because you ain't allowed on this boat. So you gonna stay over there
like Caitlin Clark ain't never won. I had to give him a shot.
They on you. They on Brogad now. They said, Big Daddy, don't flip on that.
So the man bet on Caitlin Clark. So we already know what Brogad bet. But my final thoughts is that Lynx, it might go 5, but I got Lynx in 5 because that one game got stolen in New York.
That's your final thoughts?
That's my final thoughts.
I still got the Liberty in 5, man. They gonna beat they gonna win these next 2 games.
What's up, lovely?
They're gonna win these next 2 games, man.
They're gonna win the next 2. All right.
I mean, but Breonna Stewart got to show me something, man.
Charles Barkley guarantee it. Charles Barkley guarantee it.
Well, next time I'm gonna have that guaranteed sound for you.
Guarantee.
I'm gonna have the guarantee because I'm gonna ring it up, man.
Ring it up.
I ain't been wrong yet, man. So hey,
you ain't been wrong.
As long as I ain't wrong, I'm always gonna be right.
Well, guess what? This right here, them 7 banners, they mean something. And that coach that's on that side, that means something too. In those
like
players.
Brooklyn said, man, that's the past, man. That's from the old heads, man.
Right
Leave that
now,
alone,
coach
man.
of the year, right now. We talk about now. Coach of the year. Right now. Got a gold medal. What a year.
But you talking about 7 banners, man. That's from the old veteran Wally veterans that played. Yeah.
A gold medal and a championship. What a year. And the coach of the year.
Brogad, man. Just follow behind me, man. We're gonna be all right, man. They'll leave you alone after this, man. Once you get this finals victory, they're gonna leave you alone, man. They're gonna leave you alone.
It don't look good, Sap.
I got him. As long as he stay with me, he gonna be all right. Just don't flip. Once you start flipping, you community. What they say, you community P. Once you start flipping, you community P.
For them streets. For them streets, baby.
Hey, Brandon Sleep, man. Appreciate the $2 super chat.
Here comes the money.
He said Liberty in 5, no flippers. Exactly. And what I'm saying, Lakeisha, Brogad, man, hey, if he flips, he's open to the community.
That's he on them streets.
And that's no Diddy. Just get your baby oil ready. There's no Diddy.
Streets, baby.
You gonna get violated.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean stop putting your Glad. Stop putting yourself in these uncompromised situations, man.
Get the baby.
You doing it to yourself, man.
No Diddy. No Diddy. Get the baby.
Don't do it, man. Just stand on business, man. See, everybody laughing at you now, man.
Liberty in 5. Liberty in 5. Liberty
There you
in
go.
5.
Stand on it, man. See all this flipper stuff. You get hit with that tail, be it the wrong tail. Don't do it. Don't do it. You get hit in the wrong tail.
Stop.
Y'all shame me, man. Liberty in 5, man. Liberty in 5.
But Lakeisha, you got to teach Brogad. He keep on setting himself up.
Yeah, Keisha mama. Yeah. You got to keep them.
Bree laughing. They all laughing. Donna laughing. All the ladies laughing at you, Brogad. Brogad, when you going to learn, man?
You got to understand.
Nah. Bree laughing because she loved me. That's why. I can't speak for anybody else.
Hey.
You gotta understand, he only going off of what his eyes saw tonight. What his eyes saw tonight, he just a little scared. That's all right.
Nah. Hey, you know what Flipper is? Flipper a two-way player, so we gotta watch him now. So you know what I'm saying? We gotta watch it now.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Remember who I support. I only know offense. I don't know the back door. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He said, "Don't drop the soap, baby."
Hey, in the chat, they said you was a great tight end, so I don't know. I
don't fit in, bro. I only know one way to go. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, we simply ball dropping, baby.
But nah, man. I love y'all, man. It's all fun, man. But stand on business, man. Don't run, man. Don't run, man. Nah, Jay Burns, that's your boy Brogad. See, he always Brogad, man. Salute you the hero of the night, man. Salute my brother. And Bree, salute to Bree for coming over here, kicking facts, dropping that b-ball knowledge. Appreciate you, Bro Claude, Lakeisha, Sister Noble. Showtime pulled up on us tonight. Tim from Germany, man. That's crazy that Tim be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning watching the show. That's great support. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, he fell back today, but he kept the chat popping. You know, he had people hitting the link. Mo3, appreciate you. Anybody that I miss, I do apologize. Unique, you came in here to set it off. I don't know why Daily Dose of Tea didn't jump in here. And this is for you, bro, Gad. Shout out to Reddick Milkaway for the $2 super chat. She said, leave bro Gad alone. Tight end, I can't. Yeah. And Bree said, Big Daddy, I enjoyed you today.
All right, Bree. I enjoyed you too, mama.
But yeah, man, let me get up out of here, man. Tomorrow's Friday night. We can come back and, man, we can do something different, man. If y'all going to be around, I'm going to come back.
What I tell you, though, I love the pretty girls.
Yeah, hey, everybody should love the pretty girls.
Not everybody, but I love the pretty girls.
Hey, did y'all see the interview that for us Sky fans? Did y'all see the interview that Jeff Pagalosha did at the at the groundbreaking ceremony at the practice facility?
It's heartbreaking, man.
I did a video on that, man. It's a lot to take out of that. And then I saw the video that he did talking about Dana Evans. I said, wow, you can't be talking about this, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna do another show, man.
He trying to dig out the graveyard.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tuned in. Appreciate everybody's support, man. We had it popping tonight, man. And that's gonna wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm the host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. We're gonna catch you on the next one.
Simply balling, baby. Stop it.
Bro, Claw, you wild, man.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.